Hey, I don't I hope say Nyankopon dom. Baby biara wo hwe me free biara so wo live so na se wutie ya. Nyankopon insha pa se wabahanum say giving and receiving love. Yeah, one of the topics are a Odo University ma. Yeah, mami anti odo aye ho lesson ɛda so wo honom. Be no ya time that lesson no ye ba be hwehwe me ye ba be pensem mu ye ba be komu deep. Ye ba be rem ni awra ase ye be ko the root of love na nkasa no. Ye ka love na what is happening to you on a physical level. Ye wo tibia mu no. E dey na happen to you on a physical level. You can't love no so a then air happen to you on a psychological level. Utrim no say who feeling love what is happening in your body. And in the end, and yen share any so or do any swadi hunu no. Yen share just any swadi hunu keke. But you be ko inside of you. You be raminu no your body mu inside of our body and then experiment or yen fan say we are going to diagnose na yahwe a dear important na ekoso wo body nim e dear nso na ema obi ya who feel love on a physical level, on a psychological level, because idea happening to us biano we are experiencing it in a physical level and internally. You say a honum na nkrofo use word be to say I feel in love, I feel like I love. When the moment you use feel biana, you are talking about your inside. Ti ebe heard ebe koso inside honoma. Emma would not this feeling because I would see this feeling nasia. Now what say the edeba asia. Ebema se wune wo yonku bi sign, one wo dofu bi sign ya. Ubetimi hu se me dofu mesra wo ye we mame. Na de na emma meka say I feel in love no emra. Ade na emma meka say I am in love with him, no Emra. Ade na ema meka se oba we de me dono Emra. Because ye hunu sa ade na emada. Nene ansa ye be share your live session as me busa say what is love in our beautiful audience here. Na ye woni pa bebre wa hanum say pa look. We have over 30 people here and me busa that question no. Obia comment how they by you different. Ebisi love is selfless. Ebisi love is patient. Ebisi love is painful. Yes. Because that is how our own was here experiencing love. Afa. Thought I say Ebiso say love is complex with full of emotions. Thought I say Ebikra so say love is just emotion games. And how could diagram with you? Thought I say love is Obi say I love this. Obi say love is that which causes an individual to take daily actions towards being happy, feeling wanted, giving and receiving emotional and physical. So daily, right? And it's not so many definitions, but you know, the interesting question I name Busa and say, I didn't know one single word would be a different definition. I say there are few words they will say, a boss will be a different definition, and love is one of them. And yet, Pema will be a because obi or how we see experience no and you say yeah and you can be abstract obi or how we see it you need one definition for it because what can a no be so can be it doesn't mean that A is the only right and it doesn't mean that the person's B is the only right obi are right in their own way but no and you no need be focusing on the way kai and as the way kai ye ba be share e den ye ba be share the psychology behind love, ye ba share why and nyoma and crofo am I fairly loved. And then last but not least, don't say and then me patch also one say nasa wo share me so ube hiya nyoma me you a pen and a book. Because you be take test be. Test now you be take no. This is the interesting thing I want to even tell you before we get there. Test now you be take no. Ebema Mary, Efia ebema adwoa ebema kwabena wo amwa hanum ze nyina wahunu ade potia a trigger odor. Isn't that interesting? Ebe take test be test no whole result no ebe kyerɛw Bridget Amefa Mary ebe kyerɛw exactly so be ba life from now ka kyerɛ ne sɛ bra saa nneoma we yema me wo yema me like obe trigger me any obema odono obema odona dore me ama wan hwa me nti hu jai. And it's going to become your secret weapon. And do you know why it's so important? Say you know ade trigger yedo. Because so obi ba life mu a obetimi di amano. Obetimi di da amano anama na abra omre. Enya afi na obeye onioma a ensem fata. Ba obetimi di da amano ano. Selling. Ubetimi de da manuano amano. Hey, this is my manual. If you want me to love you, take care of these things. And if you do that, a bet trigger the love emotions in me. Right? Ready? Then let's move on to what is love. And this definition, edahanum sei, is one of the most powerful definitions about love. I say, well, love is caring for each other's emotional needs, which build trust, safety, and connection. I say, love is caring for each other's emotional need. On say Obersha, where is Nibi or Honomaya highlighting orange? A very, very important. Emotional need. Love is caring for each other's emotional needs, which build trust. Say, yeah, care for this emotional need now. A build it trust. A build it safety. Now build it connection. And into no ebano trust, safety, and a connection. Why na wahanum say ya each time we are only you want to be safe. You want to be safe. Oh, we on some mame. Oh, camera anymore. Anything that important says here, so a camera no. Me patch also camera mame. Because ye be busa questions be. And o camera needs to so a beboa. Why in the whole relationship more person feeling safe for being in that relationship by the wave of hand? With say, ma'am, just feeling safe. Me ne kwabena wo honom me pese me feeling safe se kwabena enjai me enko. Me ne selling wo honom me pese me feeling safe say one day selling is not just going to wake up and say I'm out. Portia kwabena me you sure so share baby or life one safety is important. Me can say for just the person staying with you. You getting that safety, say me panning jaiming no. Me sure say very, very important to you, me buana kwabna. Right? And then trust. Trust is also you want to go in a relationship and know say you trust this person, me boa. And thirdly, we want to go into a relationship and know, say, me and this person, we are connected. Meboa. Intino trust, connection, and safety. No. Eyadebia obia epe. So oni obi wo honoma. Sani oma miensa we die. Ebebo omo ho bai. Because sani oma miensa we ni honoma. Guess what's gonna happen? Edipanabeko, right? So guess what? Yemra your definition is ubium. Love is caring for each other's emotional need, which build trust, safety, and connection. This definition way is one of the most simplest way. One of the most simplest way. If only I say one, because there's many. But one of the most simplest way defining love in here. Love na nkasa a emotional need. Kia obi de bema. Nieka emotional need na me pacho me breaking it down the amount. In the subsequent slides na ebebano. Obia that emotional need na ye kano. Me kano. Enu no obi ba o se me de me pay respect. Obi ba o se me de me pay caring. Obi ba o se me de me pay so time be our frame. Obi ba or some person you say mommy obi ba miss e me pebe ma auto gift eno eye emotions bi ewo mu. It's like a common de on how a come do a city no a come de wa ha city no obi a wo da kom ni bi be ma bi susu wo ho no ma won fan cheme adwaman kom de no eni ntino ope obi a obeba na da adwaman kom no wa be kwenche ne test ama no me pa what I say Mary susu pe obi a ono susu caring kom de no ono susu pe obi a obeba na wa ba be kwenche da caring no ama no eno ne friend say emotional need me pa what I say eni ntino the definition of love no any say love is caring for each other's emotional need. Any se kwabena any Mary shia. Na kwabena ehwe Mary emotional need na oyema no. Na Mary so hwe kwabena emotional need na oyema na. No mumienu nyina no. Guess what happened? Omeni hadje. Now they are all happy. Etien enti no. Mami chiro bibi wa hanum sei. Mi improve bibi nchiro. Se ushia obi sesi a ho no relationship mu a ushia no foforo ushia da nipa no ebi a wo adamfo bi relationship right selling ushia no ho or say I'm so in love with this man. I don't know, like me tell you you like meaning like ushia oba what ya should do ma like nkwa as a like any favorite work like bueno, like unim on say where she will be on like what shini do man kasa like na do so bebre. E mema so de e saying why na betimi ama me be ma what ahwe odom da no e ya style be no musi sound e oh obi ma me mema ne de obi ma me mema ne de ni bi ne enko umi anya ne ntem na ne ebesua de pa eni ma me pick Sally, am I pronouncing your name right? Unmute yourself for me. Unmute yourself for me. Me pa chen ne ntem na ne yeni adaje. And I Mary o de selling of a real. Mary. Yen try de bi wa hanu. E mema no tushi odo ha de no muka. Maminka ma. That girl no me don't know. Mean like men tiasie like yo. Me ase me hu ne so bad o. The way me see dog girl no me tase me kra me dwene ho a men tiasie o. Oha nani. E ka asem te se de. Yankopon eba ochine ya. Porsche wo bi kana.
Manager Bacha.
Ai kasa.
Bema wato dom fufuro no. One na fufuro sia. Chale girl no good rough. Girl no. Fair. Good.
You good.
Oh, nice. Girl no just me tell kakra na mo tete.
Sa.
Oto no fufuro sa.
Oh, I don't know. Porsche. Pre, anything no. So the way a Porsche si can no. Sa pepe ye hu ye nan fofo a. Tell dai na me say odokra de nan ka me say atemani so but tell for the last time with them in French. Oh girl no. Girl no you good. Oh Charlie, you cast or your bar. Like oh what dear like on say a man dear mugu like a man dear dorsal but she's special. She's very, very special. Obon sending out for 4 friend and a girl and a friend. Obon sending out for 4 crack course on fa. Kale yam kwa omo ya John dodo mo de mo pedede dodo nana. Obetro mo say hon no be yin na fofo ama. Be ma wate ahwe odo mo be yin na fofo ama sisi.
Yeah.
Charlie, you are coming. Nah, Charlie, I know the base. This time, yeah, Charlie. Nah, me and my girl, we just want to go somewhere chill small, me and my girl. And on now betty statement, me and my girl. Utati me and my girl or don't not to try brantiano. E didn't to say fa sa abwa okode. Or tin who be utati me and my girl. Die. Brad and phone to arjun. Oh, to arjun memfa. So they say. A man also same behavior. A man they like. Now, crowd say a brandy we crying. Say like I could say you won't get it. You won't get it too. Won't say she. Ultimately explaining a man they know. I said they get confused. I don't know more get confused. Ultimately explaining like we need conversations now. Catch and say on card the grunty or that be mana. Obey like say a mema dear obey or the ben wine at the end of the day once on carry. Atum say flat. You say I fall for you down flat. What flat it. So I say, by your shady be what Hanum say. Me say love no ye. They all carry for someone's emotional need. Yen fan to your trimpa because you're best about so yan shadi be one say caring for someone's emotional need. Right? It's yan call the next session also. I feel care for someone. If you want someone to love you, you have to meet something. You have to meet their emotional needs. Feelings be wonimu. Say meet sa de na, meet that attraction na, or say I love you. You are nice. I can't live without you. So cramming too hujai. Hey, your baby ni. Hey, bema baby. Obi kreti mi ka or say na we are surabo phobia ya to na. So in actuality, if you don't want someone, statement one, if you want someone to love you, you have to meet their emotional need, right? If you want someone to love you, you have to meet their emotional needs. I mean, say question in a different way. If you don't want someone to love you, don't meet their the same statement. Obi on me to no mommy. If you want someone to love you, you have to meet their
emotional needs.
Good. Emotional needs. Now let's take the statement again. If you don't want someone to love you,
you don't meet their emotional needs.
Simple as that. Once the emotional need stops, the love vanishes. And now this emotional needs I just want you to burn it in your head. Once emotional needs are not met, forget it. That is why that was down for no friend, and I will cry with friend down for no. I love this man. I don't know, like I don't know. Mented who like me, like say bema dear, say bema dear, papa na say. 2 years later. Hey, now Kwame no to say, dear. Remember, there's some catch or some way poo. My own them catch or a poo. Oh, me a 1 minute, the sister was confessing that this person was Nyankopon body our born freshly from Garden of Eden wato na ba asase so 2 years later the same sister is confessing that prano sisi akra de Nyankopon anwini no nyame wo fi bonsam camp straight yesoma no wanje direction bia na ye mame ye de na me address e ma no se wo mra bonsam bo ni we ya no ma no me physical address is a sister ya ho born address onwini ni we ya no say mame nsoma na call Mary ho because Mary deserves it into the whole straight but that same sister was saying say Nyankopon enwini abrante no 2 years later that same sister is saying say bonsam ne bo no what changed
to make us say grandpa say we busuan for kran na suma ne ba wo ho
so that tells you that should tell us to say the love itself when in the beginning Sister Mary was getting her emotional needs. Oh, Monfanso so mama yesuade.
Emotional needs.
Met. No be yamano. No yamano, right? Emotional need no yamano. 2 years later, Brantian see emotional need in me nebium. And in now no Sister Mary and wasesa. Sanity. Dear Coswano no. Are we getting it?
Yeah.
And I want us to pay attention to that word emotional need. And I know that yeba be dumwe suko. Yebe konetin ashe emotional need na ye kan wase me dey ne wu me dey ne hye. And no na me kan wa hanum earlier say. So wa hanum say ya. And it's the majority of the times, right? Mama can be being chill. Say, I me tell hunu and crofwa. This is what I say. Say, I me tell hunu crofwa. Omota can be bit to say, uti mi pa. Me tell hunu crofwa. Omoka be bit so. Abranti we dear. This is my true soulmate. We yanko pone de ma mi o. She. Sister Jai. Akopon e de ne ma me. I am to one ma me hwani pa sa no masre. But say I hope so you keep that same energy in the next 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years to come. Why am I saying that? Because the man or the woman is doing something that is meeting your emotional need. And no ma yanke kan sema me so kopa no bi timi peso chewo se we die nyame na born ma we ye me mfem pade adwa jaja obi antimi nka hwe nkire mi o we abrante we die o ye me mfem pade obi susu abrante bi susu mi sorry ababa yo ye me mfem pade hwe o ye me mfem pade pa 2 years later uhuna jaja hwe ma die raja yo wo abrabo bi bo life for baby ama onu create bi tufu onu na 2 years early no tufu say and mfem pade Yakopon na de na ma no na say no onu afi we share no later o tufu say e ma akra de enye men wo bo ya branti abo bra pate emfa ayen sha de bi what is happening. It all boils down to the emotional need here can right? So Matro Wahanum say emotional needs so na se umiti obi emotional needs are any feelings are there ye a woni mu a openu se utimi miti a eno na ye equals to obe trust still obe feel safe around you and obe get connected to you. Nina started from this word, emotional need. Emotional need. So when somebody tells you, say, I am in love, what they are basically telling you, no, any say, when they bit me, I catch me. When somebody tells you they are in love, what are they saying? Based on addition, yes, you are on me to Hunekasa. So be catch say I am in love, and then no more patch.
Share me the phone.
Obiba onum sisi ano obeka say I am in love. Mentini hu jai. Minyese ya eyeden na ekoso.
It means they can meet my emotional needs.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It means he said that nipa na all kase they are in love no. Whoever on in the wohonum no is meeting their emotional needs. And as long as that emotional needs is being met, sister no bedo abrantie ne sa for the rest of their life. But the moment our emotional needs in the say Kim, the same sister na no don't know na wo kan sempa nyame ne bo no ye memfem pade ye free the Garden of Eden ye fani free ye tunu free asase se gold or ye so abofo no aba beto asase so na nyankopon de ne maame chese oye me destiny changer oye me destiny connection oye me oh mama me words ni bi oye me say no the sister na all kasa no the moment the emotional need ceases say kimpe those words are going to change from that direction ekono the moment that emotional needs na o meet no abrantie ni meet no ababa no e meet no. It's easy say pick him a bet no. And nuntina you see beautiful weddings, beautiful ceremonies, beautiful engagement, all these beautiful stuff. And you see the brides and the groom. Oma is so happy, Oma is so excited. They are enjoying. But in few following years, na afi omakwa kushia wa pastor's office. What is happening? Somebody in that union decided said that transaction na yede ma ye hono emotional need transaction na yede ma ye ho oh mami me emotional you are meeting my emotional need I am also meeting your emotional need no somebody have decided to quit on their giving. And the moment the person decides to quit on their giving, no, that is where problem begins. It doesn't mean says anyoma we nyina koso no. Wetimi wakame mmemu no and tokwan kitinkiti mobeko and all that. But dan tokwan kitinkiti na moko no enye tokwan kitinkiti no na entirely ebe break ya ware no. No. It is after more solving to kitten ubons and now all of a sudden ubi a jai the emotional needs Emma. Or see emotional needs now would yan men farmer ubium. One farmer ubioma, you become better. The word better. You become better, then you also say na brantie we pa free se me ye wine. Maybe the mimi hiano won't farm then you too you don't get what you want. Na afe abedane wenchi wetimi wakame because say one forward the armor no you are better and now on also ayede you are better and because say you are better no guess what any amen farmer obium
so better
any no say one farmer obium a because when I started some farmer no and no ye better no say my better nti me so me mfa wo de emma enti no ono so amfa wo de ama wa then wo so na wan farmer first now so wa be better enti better against better two better people living together o mesizi omo ankasa no o mato omo de padlock ato omo mienu nyina emotional needs me we se me mfa me de emma we so me mfa me de emma na ye banta we am farmer na fe odona bedane otan boom divorce is coming, knocking at your door very, very fast. But you said you're making what am I say? So what I say, the emotional needs, I love what Roger just said. And only idea a fuel the relationship. It is a car. Fa petrol and guma enko. You are not gonna go anywhere. One fa petrol and guma enko. One fa petrol and go bani di numa enko. One fa petrol so and go bani di ma enko. Inti no mote one why empty fuels. Tese mu nyina why empty more than empty. Inti empty equals what? Divorce. Now yento aso ni enhwa ade bi wa hanum say. I want us to go into and find out this emotional need ya maka kan. Ebi na obusa say na emotional need what kan eyeden me ba wo de me ba honom. Eye neoma bebre. Right? Oba wo ne de, be ma so wo ne de. That's one thing we have to understand. Okay? Now, I mean make example bi wa hanum say enchre. Na me ka say te we ka so on fa ne de ma we ya na we agyan no. Right? Ebi a bibi keto bi na ba yo. Entokwa ketie bi o. Entokwa keto bi na ba e bia watimi waka me keto bi na ba. One of your emotional needs are oba bema no eyema wo oba na wo pepa no. Eni say bia opie free adwum opon free adwuma bia ba na oba ene wo bebo nkomo, right? Convo. And that's a long distance relationship for her. Opie and that's opon free adwuma bia ba na ofre wo mo bon nkomo. But because say wetime wakame ne ba ye ninti no, abrante ne se na kuma prim memfre no. Wei da memfre wei eye akosua bi strongest emotional need. TMA. That conversation now friend on fe ni agro. Or baby strongest emotional need. No. Conversation. Ajo ape, ya ape. Porsche ape. Oh, how many wow mope conversation pa? Type yes, I will comment in him. Type yes, 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 I will comment in him. Why pani and no kasa? My God, I love this man. Oh my God. Type yes, mommy will comment in him. Oh, yes, and flow is here. Wow, look at that. Yes. Yes. You see that. Till now, no, what Timmy wakame ketwa bi ne ba yo. Ena yaw. Akume prim. Ose me mfa ya. Frena me fre ya everyday. Me mfa mano. Na sadie we na wan fre no. Yaw. Efa ne se enya hwe. Na se fre de. Fre so de ye. But wonim se da fre na wan fre no. Ye. Yeah, on the man be what comment section you want to say yes, Laurentia say yes. Grace say yes. Grace strongest emotional needs. I'm a fast strongest emotional need back up no. I be strongest emotional need back up no. Akosia strongest emotional need. Constant strongest emotional. Mary strongest emotional need back up no. But then I'm saying yaw boafu nti yaw se memfa wo emotional need na wo hia no memfa ma cancel metwam. Memfra Nanka me fro 3 p.m. but me nyam fro no wetwam. The moment we betwam no na ahye ya. Ahye Mary da wontimi na. Ahye tas ahye na. Ete se be ma ya ma no. Sebi o. Se ho aduane ndi. Ahye no ankasa. Now Mary becomes bitter. Right? Mary becomes bitter because yaw funny emotional need anya day. Mano was easy. Yaw was easy. And Kwadwo is easy yana. Kwadwo is easy. Easy and guess what happened? Mary becomes bitter because Nibuofu is very angry. Now yaw and kwesi abefie. Obefie no. And as adiachi. Yamfan sa adiachi kwesi anka ho hwe o. Ono wan fre the day before wan fre, the next day wan fre, 3 days wan fre. Now all of a sudden, ofri so wan fre na nya hwe. Na wako Mary nkyɛn oduru Mary nkyɛn a na ɔba abɛsoso Mary mu tie ɔba abɛsoso Mary mu sɛ yaw ɛna sɛ kwadwo ɛna akwabena so strongest emotional need baako ɛyɛ deɛn momfa nhyɛ hɔ no mama ɛyɛ den ɔsoso ni mu ɛyɛ den momfa nhyɛ comment ni mama ɛyɛ den ɛyɛ den bɛma ɔsoso bɛmu soso deɛ sɛ nka mu twa wo ɛyɛ den sex thank you fuck thank you ɔhema say fuck iPhone say sex momfa nhyɛ yɛsua deɛ yaw kwadwo Kofi kwasi so strongest emotional need baako ɛyɛ dɛ ɛyɛ sex but ɛnam sɛ yaa ayɛ better ne nti no ɛyɛ romance ɛno so ka ho ɛnam sɛ yaa ayɛ better ne nti no because yaa ayɛ better saa pɛpɛɛpɛ Michael saa pɛpɛɛpɛ yaa ayɛ better right yɛn hwɛ de bi one yaa ayɛ better ɛnam sɛ yaa ayɛ better ne nti no wɔn wɔanya ne conversation ne kasa na no nka sɛ yaw kwasi ɛfrɛ no na ɛma na koma hwirihwiri no ɛma na koma botanes totas ɛbɔ etimi ma na koma no edi asa no yaw amfama no yaw so 3 days later waba ɔno so pɛ bibia ɛfrɛ no sex ɔno so no strongest emotional need ya se me pass bejibi me wa hye mebufu o wa bedi me saa undi na ɔno so abɔ kwasi atwagu. Now both of their emotional need what happened to it mienu nyinaa no ɔma cancel ɔmo both emotional need so I say ɔma cancel ɔmo both emotional need so now we nyane deɛ Francis wa ma onsa so we anyane deɛ and guess what's gonna happen? This year, who became better first? Obana na better first, right? Because onu enyane de. Eno say wo de edi me de amesum de bedi wo. Eno de ye be ma no. So who's the next person to be better? Be ma no, right? Now be ma no so aye better. Now you have two better people living together under the same roof. What do you think is going to happen? Be ma no say sa me one mama says, oh, sir. And I remember one another emotional need no ejade at all or the reform. It's no more deduct, almost subtract, we join it, now we join it, now we join it. They don't know, say, Adiana, a friend or donor domon temno. Ye that emotional need now or moya more muhona air gas adiano, a fuel adiano, tinu so stop here. Making sure say kowechi. Joyce, what you say? So when you say will stop it there, you are going backwards. If I just what you say, you see how they be one say the last time. Yenshe, ya feel you right your body. Once I can be said, and you be right your body you be right inside of our body and see what is going on. Ura obody muso so a yewo chemical bi ewo hono ma your friend no oxytocin. Now this oxytocin science for a friend of the love hormones. Oxytocin no. This is how it works. Yes, you know what the hanum say that, but me kon you know me boboso ketua bi wa hanum say ne yetimi de. Oxytocin is the hormones that creates bond, trust, and closeness. Bond, trust, and closeness. Okay. Now, this oxytocin here, wahanum say, it's commonly known as the love hormones. Okay. And they the love hormones. It is obi hormone na or explain ya say, hey, Francine, maintain uja you. She, unim dia koso nipa ni trim. Just hormones yi ewo nipa adwene mu. Enti no eya na time bia me de ye emfato me de toto ho se ehune se wakọ hospital, right? Na doctor ama wadru osefa ebia adru no ye liquid form. Ose o hwie atremienu nanom meboa. Hwie atremienu nanom. Ti uko fia enam se doctor ama instructions enti no. Okwa anopa osi numne anopa ene anwumre. Doctor ama instructions enti anopa no wahwie atremienu no anom. Anwumre no wahwie atremienu no anom. Ade chia osi ye ne 3 times a week. Oh, ye ne saa for be 1 month ho beto, right? Sasa na ya na ye no. Good. Oxytocin no, huni se akwaye te se eye eduro bi a ewo wadwenem. Tamu bia obi beye wu bia ebe miti wo emotion ti bia me beka na ye wu. Tam bi obi beye bia ebe miti wo emotional need. Time bi obi beye bia ebe miti wo emotional need no. Na ebu two thought. May the example natural na ebu be two thought egu wadwenem. Ebu thought no gu wadwenem say hwie na hwie egu wadwenem na hwie egu na afa umojam. Efa umojam na eno na ema se ya ena ama kofre na downfo no busanse na brantia osu wanya ne otese ya brano like ehona like no start free ba no enti no hormones na ema wo ye like mentino like I am just I don't know like or ye like now want me explaining hu nyina no da oxytocin chemical no ena ehwe egu wo modem ne wadwim na ma wo feel ade e friend no love enu nti na scientists for friend no love hormones, but that thing can only be released under certain condition. Obi ye wa yaka dia intimi release, but obi ye wo adia emiti emotional need da adia emiti wo feelings ma wo feel good na adia na buto te gu adwene na afra wo mojam na ma wo feel love. That is the psychological way of explaining love. Okay? Aisha, what I say? Enintino se wo honum na se wo frɛ wadanfo bi na wo frɛ na amrante na wo munya aha girls no foforo na ho se hey Charlie odemu sronkon oxytocin ne ye adwuma woni mu chemicals ne nanam ni mojanim na ema ni feelings are why because Aisha meeting no emotional need. Every single time Aisha meets his emotional needs, na hwie two thought na hwie gu ne modem. Pa na hwie two thought na hwie gu na adwene na nam ne modem. No feel love. I feel busan bi na maintain hojai. But what happened? That emotional need na ye kan on say ye kan ho asem earlier. The moment Aisha be jai that emotional need no dem abrantian. Now the chemicals is not pouring anymore. It ceases. According to the doctor, Ama withdrew said no for 1 week. One only for 2 days. One no. What do you think is going to happen, Ebeko? No, right? So all of a sudden, Kwabena comes into Aisha's life, and as Aisha goes into Kwabna's life, or treating good or respecting her, because respect is an emotional need. We'll talk about. Respecting or respecting, one day Aisha gives up. Tinatem, when he says that emotional need of respect is now cease. Aisha sees, into Osizina, the oxytocin is not being released anymore. So what I say, the oxytocin is not being released anymore. And once the oxytocin is not being released anymore, no, guess what's going to happen? Unfili love biom. Entin ubon say not the same kwabna na chemicals ni release no. Me don't know. Okay, on the mean to you. Like me huni yomen na beche no. Me pese me didn't see baby like me dimpa. Say me mesum abayo no kopim se mewu. Enti na bitimi make promises and so muntimi ndi so. Because once Aisha stops the emotional need for Kwabena, the promises ni nyina obeto egu oni so ba kokra. Vice versa. Sa so na se Kwabena so stop Aisha emotional need na. Wa promise Kwabena say I will never leave you nor forsake you. Ntina nkrofo bebre timi ko gina puppet anim. I can't tam chire nyame. Say ni say yeah, o gina puppet anim no. Oxytocin was working. But free puppets anim ko and oxytocin intimi release until now she feels better. She feels better. Right? So scientists call these hormones oxytocin and they call it the love hormone. So let me just go through my diagram for you. So oxytocin is the hormones that bond. On some cases, emotional needs are what happened. Safety happen, right? Safety. Why the kind? Make bubon your mommy and sasso. Why the kind? Umiti obi emotional needs are what happened. Safety happens. Trust happens, right? Trust is also a happen, right? And a day baby a happen. Connection. Thank you very much. Now, guess what's happening? When oxytocin susu release here, and also so the ninsu swan and nam, or no so will effect bia or ye will nipedrium or build or creative bonding. Oxytocin chemical they release a good a creative bonding, now creative trust, which and also so you're finding on Wahanum say, you know. Now, as a creative closeness, which you can relate closeness to connection. Yes, yeah, there. We can relate closeness to connection, and we can relate trust to trust, and we can relate bonding to safety. Don't I say? Because when you are connected to somebody, do you feel like Nipa Nibejao? No. Anything okay say emrebi yeko dito na meka say the more ubema oxytocin e ma me ante odokra kan the more ubema oxytocin aye adwuma no enwene and like the chemical no yankopon born in a way so oba ne bema ehia mu na omote na omutu anamo wa brabom na omu ye goodness towards each other each time. Goodness, emotional connections are being met, day in day out. What is going to happen? They say all of a sudden, no. So they say all of a sudden, no. That specific connection, no, that chemicals now a release, no. All of a sudden, no, a creative bond, a connecting microphone to a chemical, a new good more. That is what it's supposed to do. That is what it's supposed to do. And untina scientists for a friend of the love hormones. A hormones bako pe wo nipejema ayatuni din the love hormones. Because whenever you feel love, that chemical releases. Trust and connection, right? Then whenever you feel love, that chemical releases, right? So it releases when you feel loved. Cared. It releases when you feel loved, cared for, and emotionally safe, right? Meeting someone's emotional needs triggers oxytocin release. Each time you be meet you be emotional need bia. Oxytocin is releasing them. Number 4, the more oxytocin is released, the stronger you bond with that person. Meaning that the stronger you feel safe, the stronger you feel loved, the stronger you feel cared for. That chemical way na must have your money and happy. Intinu so be I'm in love. Intinu hujai. Hey, it's try. Me who so bad o. Like you special. I mean, you know. Chemicals no na create that reaction no. Be across where your body be a chemical. You have to know that, right? Intinu number 5. Consistently meeting emotional needs sustains and deepens connection. Automatic. So you say, anytime you be feel good and now be meet you be emotional needs, you know. Thought, you know, of oxytocin ehwie gu ne brain mu ekɔ ne mogem ema ne feel more love, more bonded to you are, then you've gotten the principle. It's as simple as, so now if you want somebody to stay connected to you, if you want somebody to constantly love you, you need to constantly cause the hormones. Which hormones do we need to cause to release every single time for someone to constantly love us? I want you to put it in the chat section. Ayana me kasa yemfa bibi nhyɛ chat ni mu a me pacha ye why eboa pa, right? Eboa ma ade na yesua no ekoti ma mensa ensensi so biom se opese obi edo ena udo obi so much a wu nipa na opese nipa no do na wu nipa na opese obi do no, you need to cause which hormones to release in order to feel bonded to the person and how to love the person more. You need to have the oxytocin hormones in your body. Thank you, Emilia. That's a Constance. Thank you. You need to cause oxytocin to always release in that person's body. Now, how long do you think you need to cause it to release for? How long? How long they say your course it release Joyce? How long? I want us to talk. How long? Emilia, how long? I love that.
I want to ask a question.
Ask the question.
Does it mean say they say love no ejuma pao?
I'm telling you, it's
a hard work.
It is.
Because the way I can say very hard work. Very hard work.
You're fun form, but idea form for asem. You need to literally be deliberate on it. A deliberate, constant. On say you read it or say, I love what this person said in a comment. What she said, all your life. Because that hormones, it release here. It's a joy that comes, but it doesn't stay forever. You release this, and now the person is expressing, I'm in love with this person. I'm in love with this person. I'm in love. But that I'm in love. It's not going to stay there forever. That hormones is going to go away. And, the expression now, expressing at that moment, will cease. Because hormones need. So for Kwabena to constantly keep Mary saying, I'm in love with her, I'm in love. The man needs to constantly be meeting Mary's need day in, day out. Day in, day out. For Mary to keep that expression.
Question the moment so I start to say, we release this oxytocin to your partner no, every day. No. Who say, me feel say, and me ban say, I feel your other partner the best starts all blood form. Like what done too much into like best start to say or to show some characters be into a brand sana oxytocin now the man no. Are you going to seize it from giving back? And I say,
you see, and what the question this is a brilliant question that you're asking. And that is why as I do for concept way I say
it happened to me and it happened to me.
No, I totally get it. Right, but this is the reason why I say adofo etida odona yesi yedema yehono yeti yehoase because esi yeti yehoase is a give and take game that we are doing here. You do something, oxytocin release in me, I feel good. I do something, oxytocin release in you, you feel good, and we are constantly in love. We are constantly creating that connection each time. The more we cause it to release, the more we are going to get deeper in love. No one is supposed to take advantage. To abuse it. No. You are not supposed to say, the fact that Joyce is so in love with me, so now I'm going to press on her neck.
Yeah.
Because now what's going to happen is you press on Joyce's neck. There is another hormone that also gets released. It's the stress hormones. It's called cortisol. And once that hormones release, it comes with dangerous stuff. You don't want that. It's anoma ekosu yebuafu yeni age yebuafu yeni hormones. It's just hormones work. It's the one that you want to trigger. If you trigger it, you're gonna get the response from the person, right? And you know, one of my your bar, you know, your bar, your bema so and you could say you well, and making sure so consider wrong chemicals to be released, because once it releases in the bloodstream, Joyce cannot do anything about it. It's going to trigger. It's a hormones thing. See all this love thing that we are talking about, and I'm a donor, hormones things that we are talking about here. All new root, root pana, started. That's the basis. We say, you call domu root, you call domu zero ground, and everything starts from the psychology, right? What is happening in the body when somebody is meeting my emotional need? So when somebody is meeting my emotional need, all of a sudden, now these chemicals start to trigger and I fall in love. You are lying to yourself. Let the person meet that emotional need. The same person that says now all of a sudden or status or dobium. Right. So every single time I hear people's and I say, I laugh at them. Yeah, you just haven't gotten someone who's meeting that emotional need. When you find the person that is meeting the emotional need, the same person now or confesses meme we are seeing asa and yet papa ni omuti be cry to me because papa ni what's gonna happen is wait, that same person, oyana a man tires are no or baby yes are now they are tracking her. That same woman doing that. Few years later, hey, no, I started, no, I posted. I have never seen a man like this in my life. We are like, wait a minute. Just yesterday, just last 3 days ago, you said you can never love again, and love is the worst thing. Love crying, prophobia being invented, or don't you real, or do you bullshit. Yeah. It's just someone stopped their emotional need, they caused them bitter, and they became bitter, and they forgot about love. You see, you cannot fight love because love is a chemical reaction. If somebody does A, B, C, D, it triggers that thing in you called love, which is the oxytocin, which is the love hormones. It triggers, and once it triggers, you can't do anything about it. You can't pretend about love. Obi doa, untimin pretend you. Timin pretend it. When it's animal do be me don't know about me. You can't do it because once oxytocin releases, like it takes over you. It takes over you, and they don't let people come close because I'm gonna fall in love again. So people keep falling in love over and over. Almost fall so love at them, man. Love it and you say, oh, Jano. Oh, Jano, money 3 years. Oh, money 3 years. Baby, I am quasi. I don't know. But I could tom you or better. Yeah, you bet toma because one thing that we think and say we think we are fighting love because we understand it. The fact is, so we can't definition of love. I say you know what love is and you can control it. Nobody can control love. Nobody can control. The only time sad way through body is when the brain now reacts to that chemical and gets destroyed. And no dear. Not to say be an accident to be now, you know what I mean? Like a dream neomano. It's connection be at it. And they will be on on say your they don't feel pain. They don't feel pain. Put me team say won't feel pain. To me, the connection is disconnected in the brain. If those receptors for love will not get disconnected in your brain, then definitely nobody can cause you to fall in love. It doesn't matter. You are just there because that is disconnected from your brain. But as long as medically you're good, oh, love, you can hate it all you want. Make us say obi di matem. Obi be video di matem o bra on fan because when you're broken heart no cancer. But a few years later, something's gonna change. Go ahead.
Sir, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Now present this as a dentina like nipa na we be na no aka say on do be like ibia no be a het no for the sake of obi di na cause some predicament be and as anything else be ama when on say no I won't fall again. So and then my later on or sounds for Libya. Like I want to know how to get it well.
Right, and then I need to Hanum say early, no, right? So oxytocin, which is the chemical, which is the love hormones, you know, say obi meet with emotional need, automatically it has to be released. Once it releases, you are going to feel the thing called love. You're going to feel it. Something that triggers. It's a chemical in your brain, right? And it's not there. Adia ema nipa ti Mamelande. Adia ema nipa also ondo bium sa do bium no. It's because wakoshia obi not only kwabena na wo. Kwabena was not meeting that emotional need. The person then, as a result, became bitter. Broke up with kwabena, moved on, and became judgmental about love. Because the whole definition of love, when I didn't know, it got on tiasie into when you was mean dubium, or do you fucking, or do you here, or do you this, or do you pain, or do you this, or do you this, or do you this. Now, this same kwabena goes, and this whole lady that moved on from kwabena goes and meet Kofi. Kofi hits the right emotional need, exactly on target. Exactly what Mary wants, or hitting one by one by one, causing the oxytocin hormones to release. Once it releases, it doesn't matter the Mary I can't say, although you're painful, although you're this. Once it releases, I take it control, I take it charge. Mary is gonna fall in love again, regardless whether she likes it or not.
To understand when say Obika say me the mean do be ma. That means pakuni deceiving a hono.
Or deceiving a home big time. It doesn't exist. Anything I can say unless the receptors in your brain is damaged.
Oh, okay.
If you will when you accident, you're not feeling those chemicals anymore. And at the end, doctor na will be say doctor declare. You know you declare, right? But as long as we hear the part, you declare no. Once you say you are lying to, you are deceiving yourself, you are lying to yourself. It doesn't exist. Wait, you just patiently wait for the right person to catch that man or that woman now or say on dubium no. Hit the right emotional need, hit the right target. That person ubinya dream such that to say there ya bonesu ewonsu fufuru. And that is why you hear people, you go online right now, you will hear people destroying although you fucking mema you say, nipa you say, you so ultimately investigator, should that tidin, should that nipa no life was, or that tidin, rena. That same person who is saying that, we see it on social media all the time, that same person who is saying that, I found a new love, God have redeemed me. Wamame kwabene bi amen hu ne suni pada.
Hey, chema me ya kwabena.
Oh.
So we use kwabena do.
Yeah. Oh, wamame obi amen hu ne suni pada. Ye board in the Garden of Eden mo na ode ne maami we de eye memfem pade ne memfem pade pa na Nyankopon. E de na ema ne kasa oxytocin is now releasing in that better person who obi broken na. It sees that oxytocin from releasing. Now, no oxytocin is releasing. Now, all of a sudden, that same person believes in love now. 1 minute ago, won't believe in love. The next minute will believe in love. That is why I'm saying, say you can't destroy love. So when you go there and you see somebody saying, "Oh, don't cry," don't mind them. They are deceiving themselves. They are just making themselves feel good at the moment. You cannot chemically, you cannot destroy love. As long as that hormones live in you and it releases, you cannot destroy love. Because imagine, right? Imagine someone that says, although niho, although you fake, although you say, that same person says, but I love my son. I love my daughter. How? You just said the thing is bad, right? The same chemical now so now use the doba. The same chemical now they use the mommy. The same chemical now to use the. So how does it even make sense? You say love doesn't exist. Obi say or don't be anyhow. How do you say that the thing don't exist? But you need that thing in order to love other people around you.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. When people are talking, they are just in pain. They are just talking from a pain point. Once they are healed and they understand the realness of love. And you know, say you've been telling yourself, don't be any hot, don't get real. And mama say, Emma, don't blame love. Love in your shape. So kwabna bi na yells are blame. Hey, kwabna, watch me. So Kofi bi na yells are blame that Kofi. Say yaw bi na yells are blame that yaw. Love did not do anything to you. It's just that you got yaw in your way who deceived you. You got kwabna, you got Kofi, you got, you know, yaw in your way who deceived you. Love did not do anything to you. Love is neutral, no ordinary baby on count. Just say we are nipa bonifu bi na oni ni sign ye and obey was leave love alone. You can't do anything to it. Biologically, it's part of you. Before you say or do be any yes, no. Think about it. Say, then I'm a dog, mommy, and then I'm a dog, papa. Oko say, well, and thou don't need it different. Thou don't need the same principle down. I'm so. Is it making sense?
Yeah.
Right. So you know. So at the end of the day, no. The next section now, because until the Ewahanum say,
yeah, manager,
and say,
you should be papa, Yanko show. Don't shadow for what say mumraba. One say mreno, men caswa say mrecra, Udi shandy. I said, in some way, it's in a way, assume. In some way, imudopa. In the part, you know, the woman, manager, or church in Yano. Rading Yanko Ponam, so a boy, papa, Coswa, na. Ye shall my na ready be shall also.
And say, Yawahanum say, Obi a busa question be which is going to lead us to the next thing. I keep saying emotional need. Obi busa say na emotional need ya wakaka eyedian chire ni enko. Eno na eba be koso no, right? And until before I ever caught that emotional need, so now I want to highlight something. I took this information from a book I'm reading called His Needs and Her Needs. It was written by Dr. William F. Parley Jr., or a clinical psychologist and also a marriage counselor. Okay. The credentials, they're those what true books be brave. Okay. Now, in this specific book, His Needs and Her Needs, you know, or highlight emotional needs are, I think, say, what the emotional needs really is. Now, we're breaking it down into 10 emotional needs. Okay. Marco 10. All right. Now, these 10 emotional needs, you know, are there or she more yene say, Obia de enye pe. And so yet that a mad dim, and so yes, so that a mema dim. Into breaking it down, say a mema or 5. A mass so 5. Okay. Then only a baby can want some your baby swan one year. Now, son, you be fianum say so akono. You better take test TB, which because 5 no, and yen na you obia strongest. Meaning say Kelvin Wahanum says a Porsche Wahanum says so Josephine Wahanum says from Waha, and also whoever is watching me online right now. Udie is different and unique than Ubi so dear. It's ubetimi abeyi mema mienu dear. Ubetimi a mema mienu a omugina hanum say. Na ohwe ode yambo emotional needs and yambo ebiso e wa hanum say. Yenhwe the first one a mema dear no. In the book no highlight say. Now baby onya this research free or a psychologist number 1. And number 2 or a counselor 2 a cancel cronphobe pray. Cancel cronphobe pray, right? This Dr. William Parley no. Now, I do who you say a mema 5 strongest emotional need that a yana mema or muta working in the counseling or muta bonwa sempa a 5. 5 way no or also says sexual fulfillment. You better the definition now. So sexual fulfillment, number 1. A mema listing so recreational companionship, 2. Physical attractiveness, 3. Okay. Domestic support, 4. And admiration, 5. You be breaking it down. Maybe young come mad and so. I'm working in the counseling office for years and years and years. I do study a man so 5 emotional needs, and the reason why I'm using his principle because it's been proven. Ni book way now try out or did this search way by nipa over 2 million, and I read this specific book. Right, I'm one of them. I actually have an Audible copy of this book. Right, it's very, very fantastic. A man's emotional need. Number 1, affection. Number 2, conversation. Number 3, honesty and openness. Number 4, financial support. And number 5, family commitment. Okay. Now, I didn't know what a man denim and now what separating man from a mema because I don't say
Mr. Ayana Brofono. Yeah, no, you'll be on the tears yet.
Me baby breaking it down on next slide. I'm maybe chilling Bobby apa, maybe chilling pa. I ne kure.
Yes,
I met Matthias here pa. Anything until the woman you say, young next slide, and I mean my definition of all 10 of them no, and a wahanum saying into me boss one matchim. Now, you're quite cheap wahanum say ya uchre say the reason why a mema dieno or who's a mema dieni much more different than a madiano. Meaning say, so obebi wahanum say ya need ye be one madian listing him. Be maybe wahanuma need ye be one a mema listing him. That anytime be on a bear ma wo honum and now say when you ba wo honuma ube meet any of this emotional need no. Oxytocin is released. And then boom, the love hormone. For now, no young for oxytocin love hormones because that's what it is. The moment you do it, oxytocin, which is the love hormones, it releases in the person's body. They feel love automatically, straight. Now they say, "Oba we dem why? Because oko hete be maybe the ebako and a chino or baby so no ebi anawa hete ne the na chino, right? So let's go. Unse affection, you can't affection, right? Affection is a mad bako. Affection is showing love through touch and kind words. Say o chere odo wo kwan bi so say uso nipa ni mu and I say o kan sem de chere ntu say enra until be kan dito na ye chere compliment. So no bi wono ma compliment chino pa. Sadia no alone ma and I'm so the bed door maybe, right? And yeah, what sexual fulfillment? I know they are self-explanatory. And no, or the that list no to mema side. Sexual fulfillment and they say who make you love and I say sex, giving sex to a man. Maminchiri musa oma bema idie. Or say and also so you're one of a mema strong emotion. Okay. Conversation, eda emadieni. Conversation is one of the 10 emotional needs okaya belonging to a man dieni. Sharing thoughts and feelings, openly, right? Enkomodie, just enkomodie. Yemfanesa. Enkomodie. So what you say? We need panu bon komo, we need din komo sharing their deepest emotional need. Into no baby one of my obetimi dia dance ya chira say and nam nkomodi abranti bi ni di no ni din komo pan e man todo. Betimi chira say. So what you say? The fourth one no ye recreational championship, right? And no ye very simple, enjoying fun activities together. We all the share mem and the list and so. And ma be brain ka fun activities e bi day. Be maybe one ma opeso ka papa. Ye maybe one ma opesam activities bi a opes sport or Be a PP. So what your bar now will you be a one stopping or kind of one a release that oxytocin it will nimu with that beman. To me, your memory be one moment to me, about cancer the way I make count. And you'll be out when you're be out one. That's one thing you have to know. Until I'm saying maybe no. The next one on the list near honesty and openness, being truthful and transparent. We all the same malice so trust. Nintina trust ya dear as a yo or baby a backbone. Oh ye open. Now we are honest to oba. It me really see oxytocin ewo baby. The more you do that, okay. Physical attractiveness or the share mema list so looking good and they be until doka love shop or say a man manu be emotional need back or yourself why you fe wo your ba now why fe you keep yourself neat, you keep yourself in a good shape, you keep yourself in a good fit. Oh yes, so time beyond you care about your attractiveness. Meme be there no beme biao e be there no. Okay. Another thing on this list was financial support. Or the share a mad dear no so. Or see providing security through money stability. A mad dear bako. Can you get research about Mabi Breno? Financial support is one of them. Entino Bema woye. Oba please come. You are destroying someone's emotional need. It's an emotional need. Yes. Atie mo pick up banon. Don't hate me for it.
Yeah.
And you'll be the no. So I say. Now so no baby the no. E be mo the no. Okay. Domestic support so yeah or the share bema list so help with home and daily duties. Bema be one ma. Utimika so oba we die medono the next thing obeka ye. Odifie ni ohwefie. What be that? Ohwefie odifie ni because a mema one of a mema emotional need ba no. Domestic support. Be odifie ni ohwefie, right? Family commitment, a kama list so right? Dedication to children and family life. Bema ohwefie, not ohwefie keke, but ofa emofra ho, ofa oba no ho, ofa how our home no esiti ofa ebusua no ho no. Ade bi oba emotional need ba ko pa. So te a share. Admiration, share a mema list so. We na se bema say umama feel valued, umama feel respected, umama feel appreciated. Bema adie ba ko pa share a mema no a list no so. Anything we ubetimi etwa no screenshot na before we try no screenshot no my men fan to mu ha say so ma men into no breakdown ni nyina nie. So they say a mema die no enie na ma die no so na wa ase hey. So I say. Now, okay, say ye ba hanum say me say ye baby be a fan pa. Into no be an fan the book in the paper. The book and a pen. The book be ben wana pen be ben wa. Ante asema enipa na kan book no kan and it say emotional need 5 na ya boss no. Ebi ye strong say bia ye fo bit sa asantoa 5 na ye man de no asantoa wo ebi a miensa bia eye ne top eda so ene de onfa ni agro o hehya owo ne dominant one ye ka dominant owo ba ko a eno de onkonya ho udi sa de na agro pe wadi ne dem wahano papa. So saa soso na Gloria soso no ono soso wo bi a ono soso wo ne de ba akupi enye the same as asanto ade no. And do you know why? Let me mistake ba kwa ante ya na ye ne say If free so be a de pe. And into no be one ma or ko asantua life mu a. Me the example. Na wako hete asantua emotional need. Ma memfa e bia example emotional need baako e bia financial support. Asantua you be emfa ne say financially no. I me am free so anti me ba. E bia na o screenshot me ba I ma me to so ma. E bia na asantua wa hanum sei. I me patcho me the screen better so ebi ana asanto wa hanum say ni emotional need ba ko ye financial or you be a financial support na ne do aba ini ese ma piska na de bia ye ka no enye bibia eye like emani hu say eye bibia o ma shada na o ma develop you kan o mu emotional need ho so what you say enti emfa ni say bia asantoa say financial support here one of the emotional need, right? There may be share no financial once no I don't know what asem. It's in that be no. We free ebia na afi omuntema tete. Na that same be man akọ Gloria ho. And nam say asantoa emotional need was financial support to say Gloria so de be dey. And na Erica so de be financial support. And into the moment obe jump to Erica no. No, I started the sika ye de pumpano. But ebia na Erica de ye conversation. And ye the number one thing. Etino or the sika pia Erica, but Erica or the sika piano but on freno. Hano. Ha, anka santo so de ono mind on the one is kana. By friend famo. Right? Nane ni aje. Erica, that's the same be man akọ Erica honum. Warrior ska but on fre na ashino na kumentimi like tale nya musika na mepe or baby nya musika na mepe I just want your attention. What be that? Yes, it means say that be man or hit the wrong target obia na the target a ehia no and it is off your baba so now the next one you need to go and discover the or no so highest priority. Until na unim de ye be ye wa ha. Ye be take test bi. E ma be take omu de different. E ma be take omu de different. Ye take that test ni wi a asantoa Obapa Erica Mary obia uniquely test no. The way I see ahye by the time obe take test na wi no. Ye be ye calculation bi ye that calculation ni wi a. E be kire be bia asantoa ni top 3 ehia no pa se be me bi ba no start so hete pa Brad Yesu Kristo o de no be kwa kwotena osoro ahemem
na chese manager de wo kire ye papa sanka dating crank be kumu no ese sanka be me bia mo be dating be me bi share no support ase a ese sanka sa de we se ka mo exchange ma each other no be atike ka de ho pe
sa
e me ma de ni kama communication na mo didi komo na wo de afa ho emotional need ye thing. So obi a cheba to say ye misa.
Yo that be
any entity ye no wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong. Anything and mo obi ko choose wrong person no. And obi also anything that ye say be man na one no ho no. E ye say ompel.
Oh no so won say me ye de me ye nyina.
Who medri ya de me ye ge yi pa de mai boni ayefo. No de aba be so equals to. And so beti aba so ba no. The emotional need no. Na nya de na wo ye no. Na wo want to be anchere.
Wenti mi anchere.
Na che se ese ade we ye hwe se mo amo ai de na che se butia ye pa. Na ye a ya bazu mi hwe. Ye tia ye. So wa ware emponye too late me boa. Kunwa ese ni mo emotional need. Anka monya mo tese de test ya manager be ye. Bi gidi se ge ye bi che ya dofo ye kunumu ne ye yire. Anasa o boyfriend ni date anasa be me bi krampo e ba wa brabo mu a. For the first time I'll be meet you, so you're about your bema no. Come emotional need no can be say the emotional need anything. So you said you wouldn't because wouldn't me and I'm assuming the more yes yeah. Can you miss I ho? But say obi a misada.
There be. Now until one say me say obe be me bit me ko obe bi abrabom. Utua ni bills ye ni bibia utua oyese onya mmerema no na eno ha no pa.
Yes.
Obaby so te hɔ no ma okoka kyerɛ obaby foforo a wo de why lucky o when ya bema wo twia wo ka oye say ma wo na nka menya bema bi te saa. Won say ba ku emotional need ohun so obi ye eno osin anka me na menya ya anka me pe o ba de ote ho no so ono no bema no wo twia bibia no enka no enye no na ye ne top 1
One for them pie no be hye no more than so twia bills.
They said emotional need, emotional
needs, if it's not met, what happened? The love hormones is not going to release. And when it doesn't release, and then bitterness and anger and are we ready for the test? Test you take it Obia beshane de ubehunu de top 1. Ubehunu de second 1. Ubehunu de third 1. And man the beti kill first because time yes ladies first meboa. Na test no the way am see aye no me busa o say Erica osha we emotional need ye there you. The test na ye betiki no eye a bit mamen kan say eye nwonwonan kakra enti no ye kra wunhunu me bebusa baby or ha bia series of questions. Now force me share screen no one more time and be ya omubenya the definition no me patcho me share mount screenshot e. Yewie ya na ye test no so ntina me se fa pen ni paper test no me patcho be hia pen ni book. Unni pen ni book a untimi nye mesrewo.
Manager back no. The eyes are ready no.
The achichem no e ma de ni e mema de ni ni.
I know why. We know. Okay. Yeah, that's.
Entino. Yeah, be ko e ma de no so first. Yes, ladies first. Yeah, ba be ko ma de no so. O your ba me pacha tamo pen ni o paper. The ba be test no. Now instructions of the test no say in the city. Instructions of the test in the city. Me pacho ye test where we are. Ubehunu where your emotional or top 3 emotional needs. Ubehunu no directly. And now there be any. Ampaso so no. Ye nya da emotional need ni we are on. Me ready ade bi a kyerɛw. Me ready kyerɛw ba ka say. Ampa eye mea. Yes. Sanampe. Yes. Yeah. If tambo pen the paper me pacha open the o camera now open the paper now you ready wave him amhwehwe ne enko open when ya pen the paper na untimi nya de yeye instructions in say na TMS rawo me ba be busa series of questions question no me busa wo a mema choice pick A pick B and I pick C TMA pick A pick B and I pick C. Me pacha o paper no so se sia no. Me pesa wo number o paper no all the way from 1 to 20 going down. Enti no, si se bia, ma example 1, 2, 3, sa ekosi 20. Mame. Yen ntem me pa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, sa kosi 20. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kosi 20 mame. Pepacha oye be ma so a ususu timi ye wo de to honum ye wie ma na ye kwa mema ne de no so. Nti we na se wukunu ene wo yire ehwe video we a mumienu nyina mata mo pen ne mo paper. Na mo listing from 1 to 20. Ye wie a mu nyina mo be ye calculation, mo ye calculation ni wie a oye oba oye be ma mo ya warefo a ne mo hwɛ mo nim say ya na minim say emotional need no. Say o first one ye wait, o second one ye wait, o third one ye wait. And ye men feni agro bi wate. Fache me de agro fache me. Ta na beko. So ye single so a enya hwe. At least you will know. With me at trokra dia to baby. You will know say the emotional need day. Any then you can go do more search about it. Fache 20 no ya ye wie. Eni ti say na beko no. me ready scenario ne kyerɛ wa te sɛ bia me de baba beto so me wa hanum say na sɛ me ni mi kunu pia me pese o ye mi say b me pese o ye mi say c me pese o ye mi say sɛ wo piki a na kyerɛ sɛ 1 no me example wo piki a na 1 no udi a ahyɛ hɔ ye mi hia wa ne sɛ obɛyɛ no no sɛ wo piki b for number 2 and now the 2 b ahyɛ number 2 nanim sɛ wo piki c now the c ahyɛ 3 nanim me patcho do we get it what the American say we even some me say pa good and yen sha say the me ba be busa questions no question na me ba be busa no me busa na watchro ne wo pe enye de obi pe o de wo pe enye de be ma no pe de wo pe ne wo asanto a wo pe kwa be na me patcho we mema nka ho enti no entro bi mema de ye be ye mema de no after ye ma de ni wi a ye be ye mema de no nti we de Aisha mo ba be tro afia mo ba be tro so what I say a man kwa and true because I am ma questions na me be busa o ye be ma na wo answer no kra fit say are you ready dia ma menya ne tem me pacho e ya ma waso en emra ha say pa because questions no meko fast panti no oma wo answer na no atro a say b a say c a say na yetimi awie ntem see I take a test in every way when you test in Ibiano. This is what's gonna happen. Make a separate video. Me they going through the questions. Now watch Rotron said you will be see now. Now yeah the ababeto platform. So yeah but to platform and then yeah me kakra no until bet me up train ko back. No I say TDBM. So I say send a bear you be con in tem no. Me patcho say Emilia say aye ne de no a equals to 8 b equals to 1 c equals to 5 d equals to good depende sa pepe yenya de bi wo hanum say sesi ai me patcho questions na mu take ye no ma me nkyerɛ obibi answer dia wo fa ye bia was tied to an emotional need tie need bi wo mu a o pesa nka eba ne saa eni nti na o peke da answer na o peke ye no enti dia ya ye ne se ma mo wa calculate enti no basically no a stands for an emotional need, b stands for an emotional need, c stands for an emotional need, d stands for an emotional need, and e also stands for an emotional need. Die wo benya ne kese no se e na wunya ne kese a we emotional need kese pa me patro say dey make an what ase
Yes.
se b na wunya ne kese a we emotional need a ehia o pa b the c na wunya ne kese a emotional need a ehia o pa c. Here are the emotional need and the a corresponding letters and that's no. Anything no say o response no a na yet the biggest pa we emotional need the biggest one pa a woman affection say a bia o the a conversation say ye see intino for example Erica let her be pan the highest number A. Okay, very good. Into A no affection. And the biggest one a womb for her. At the end of twice after affection no I biggest number and at the end of twice.
4 say
B
number
for B for
Hey, nyaka ni nya 4. That is it. Ni nyina hu hia. On the way we see a score no was score no pepe. Right?
yeah.
Good. And actually, it's good. But at least you know your biggest one, which is affection.
Yeah.
Right? Now, you know. 4. Okay, yen pick you bit. What they shade you? Entino. Eba Erica dia yenya A and the biggest one. Nyaka ni na 4. Yen shade Mary. Which one is your biggest one?
A.
What the nusu ye A?
7.
A is 7. Then it was A B. Then it was the second highest.
The second higher D. 4.
D4.
Yeah.
D4.
Family commitment. See how Erica they different. Mary is also totally different. So oko mommy anyway life na o say okay, no the over hit the right point. But nyaka ni nyina no umfa E is for family commitment. That family commitment no. Nkrofo a eba no ebusua ne omo fa ho pa ene nkra ne saa ne no omo fa ho pa. Okay. Now you be break, you be go deep. I'm when so pick affection at the end of found hope at the end of the strongest emotional need pa so pick Jesus at the end that emotional need at the end of the pa Aisha also there saying
Manager, me pasho.
so highest
Me
number no
pasho A is 6.
And
B A na highest.
A na highest
Is 6. Pasha is 6. And C so 6.
And C so 6.
Pasha. And B 5.
And B 5 intino. Iwe mi enu.
E so 3.
A 1. And a conversation A 2. Are you catching it? Right? Assessment on question now, no. Too far baby, but o calculate answers ni na B appear C appear wo bi mu. Sa, but I don't say you went one direction with more or one specific area mu. Ohima.
Manager.
Highest one a day.
A.
And then a trousseau.
And a B non so say 1.
Okay.
C 4. And a D 4.
Okay.
And a E 3.
Okay. A is saying
8.
8. Okay.
Yes.
And a B is saying
1.
And a C is saying
4.
Until aside from A na 8, number ben a twice or the highest.
C and D.
C and D. So ye affection free on my right now. One thing that I want us to get in is sema highlight here. I know in say here da nipa no. These 5 no a female a ma a high emotional need, right? You for be to say Joyce, Joyce Suzunya say.
Minya any A. Me first any A.
Okay.
And my second one yeah D.
D
as in Dan.
Okay,
As
D.
in Doris.
Okay.
And the third one yeah C. Okay, C no. C near both B and C. I know you're 3.
3. Okay.
Yeah. And
So,
4 no yeah. And I E near last. I know.
E near last.
Two, yeah.
Good. Entino. See how Obi had see a to style be a tofa hana twafa ha, right? And now that is our strongest emotional need. I found hope. Affection no. Bebre na affection came in. Everybody is saying A. But guess what? There may be bar, right? There may be bar life from no free say, oh, I've given you the financial support that you need. What's your problem? Because to them, financial support in their head means love. It means emotional. They are meeting your emotional need, right? But Joyce, all along, they don't know say affection is the strongest one. To bet me take care of if your pound chair will be amount. You're not getting affection now, woeful. Yeah. And then you come in with conversation and honesty. Even scoring, no honesty. You even scored C and D in the kubo, man. I say C and B in the kubo.
Yeah, B and D.
C and D. Even
no, B and C. B and C.
B and C. Good.
Yeah.
Even B and C scored more than financial support. So maybe now, you know, they are doing all their financial best to help you, know, but they are not honest. And they don't know why you are so eager and you are so bitter and you're like, why you not honest? I didn't know you're honest. Honestly, who say the fact is I'm bills, you know, everything is being taken care of. What am I say?
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean say you know who here crowd. That's not what we are saying. No, you find out say yes, she also appreciate the E and all that. But the affection no, a corner square more than even the E.
Yeah.
I feel what you say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So if we don't take care of all this information, now you're free say the fact to say me merit na you know Mary unya E baby
E near 3.
E near 3, right? I thought so say mount.
Just B ni C E 3.
B, C, and E 3, right?
Yeah.
And I'll see A na o first one, right?
Yeah.
And a B 1, right?
D na toso.
D na toso. Good. Entino. I don't know, sir. I have brand industry.
I do.
I don't know anything.
Perfection.
What's say?
Be a perfection.
Perfection. So now, one thing that Saudi we you know a tray and say
it smells like diapers. Yeah, they're so best.
Yan Saudi be wahanum say.
No.
Okay. Yembra back to your slide, no. Na yembra de. Na me ya adoma. Emema de no. 20 questions to do also. You be ni nyame ya adoma next week. Ya kasi ya e be che.
My name
I would get in.
next week, Minio, any necessary.
Emema ne de no. Yenya the next week.
Oh, chairman.
Yeah, that's it.
Come on, also.
And a man, the man, I'm almost 10. I'm almost 20.
Question, no.
And I'm Munya Grand Vancha, my Vanilla.
Question, auntie, the woman say.
I said,
it's so to me, boost up 20 cent a variation, bebem. Aha.
You're right.
Variation, bem na still now, no one say a point, a pulico one direction. Was a question me to two be but or answers now, my no pull towards one direction. So answer no pull it towards air. Affection is your thing. You don't play with it.
Yes. Very true.
It's the pa.
Right?
Yeah. Say, you know, let's just say, a mayor, they share the air, Zoom see. You who baby, you jump there. Emotional need affection. Into 7 fans, only baby be share. And now worry, and I would
now until the air, then.
7
for
A, no.
A, no. And I had the highest.
7.
And then a tossubium.
The tossubium D.
Which is the financial support, no?
Yeah.
So, manager, what boy, pa?
Say,
oh, your banner say, we are single. See, who's a boy, manager, only well, only one minute, I can't say. Maybe always some baby, or been bear, national affection. So me move or give me no, but and then more. Matthias, yeah, they are a white.
Okay, nice.
That's a bit cheap. Remember, some say emotional affection. Then I say, then I better cry.
Until when you fetch me to be an annoyance, you be a chinty me patrol me to Humamia.
Then I make can say, you know, a mad donna, yeah, this is me, 7. And a Bianca Susana who said me on silent. Emotional affection, dear, and then the woman's castle, then I say, and one come one. Maybe I am number 1. This kind of Friday, you're in trouble because Bianca said, you want you doing this guy. By emotional affection, they just say, will be the demand, partner. Who couldn't the so, and a notion idea we are, me pewassin. Who second to me and capture me heart. Who second me, mammy, me is that type. No. So, scanning the other member magic parts, and you know, the nunty. But the member was affection. Togetherness, do things together, hugging me, touching me, be with you and everywhere. No, maybe I'm going to show. Oh, yes, I did. You get me. It is a. Obi a would say won the job one out treachery. It's a member bisawa. Let us one say would any emotional affection, and I said they would do ya highest no. A while new job. So not bear macrono was shannon so. And Gideon said next week, remember the end so a baby and yajipa because man, yeah, the end yakano. That's a room near member to be mupa most no. And that's all she bear now who says need any A, not A, need a B, not B. Until we can't wait for the next week. And remember, man,
it's a man, dear, no, my mean break it be down to be my description because will be one of my family days, no one tells you. My main chomu. So when your affection now, affection is showing love through touch and kind words. Compliment. Only there or de compliment, re-compliment, non-compliment, ye bibia. We are now the touch kakra, o compliment now touch, oh, shall bow, skin now touch it now, oh, pie now, son and sa affection. And yet, dio, member, and yet, affection, no need no, and no, yeah, one thing, affection, and any, no, right? And sexual fulfillment, the member, the best keep it. So, Oscar. Conversation now score yeah would the casa casa it'll be on my the first one was not the conversation but conversation was part of the top 3 casa conversation yo the mon come friend me friend afa be open so what you say and there were honesty and openness or more that nipa no say honesty and openness in the top and I can top 3 ho a preniye ha udi di agro be because ono no opene kure time go dey kan kure chane na utantro omo fa ne kure ho pa ne kure ne number 1 thing right o kan kure kra keke no ema ne oh more because you are meeting an emotional need. Okay. Financial support for score financial supporter. Ono no person no wo no ma or feel financial or feel secure. And you say any time be I say be a utitis kamano. But ono wo no financially no who say a bad way nkwa they are. I'm not scared. Being with this man, I'm not scared. Financially, he is there. So I'm not scared. Okay. And anything as away a bema. Namu yemi namu kopo baba kwa. Now about no financial support is one of the big thing. The person with the strongest financial support will always win. Always come up with it. It doesn't mean the lady is a good digger when our map is no, dear, no. And your fault. What I say. Any our family commitment. It's a family commitment, APA or less this wa. We are dedicated to children and family life. Bema on no or your family nyoma e chopa. Took me ye way na me invite now for me invite ma invite we amanaba no ababy no end up but unim all these emotional need na you be call the actionable steps the actionable steps are and your ma obi ya a trigger on say me oxytocin at the end of the year you see release the more we release that chemicals the more the person is inclined to like us, love us, and do all that, right? It's the love hormones. Yeah, trigger. You bet Shian Yoma a bit me trigger Yoma way. Unfortunately, I won't mean Yama who else will be Yama, right? And also who will be the Soswa. Now, Mamma no say, and you're fair, and I idea, yet me, I come man, the idea next week.
Next week, you see your money.
Papa, and it was no.
Extra hours. Extra time.
Essa moça see.
Time now so.
Why you dear yes ana beka.
Next week eba be jama mama ye mo de.
Next week in the time ni na ye mo de be mo nya ntre. Ya go for ye adu next week be ba what?
Next week mini ho.
Next week yes you be jealous papa.
Next week mini ho.
Oh na you dey na for send the manager. Next week how about the
So your recording session questions see may enunkwa who video send be obi one man no want ni ye ni ade at the same time so you the two ma afofro a omo platform no so omo susu betimi ateki test no so that they know their emotional needs, because these emotional needs way if anybody mess with it you will never feel love for them. But not to say roommate but now person okay bibi Babra. Okay. Pepacho, any questions? Let's see you. Time is up. Let's see you. Nyankopon ya adoma. Next week, you better come man the so. We you need to know also emotional need. Pepacho, you can emotional need and ma pedia. And member so 5 strongest ones pa. You better take the same quiz for a member be or hammer maybe I identify some media my first one ye. My second one ye, my third one is. You see, we are doing the same be ya. Once me ma munyina mo troye. I want you to write Mama San share me screen one more time.
Manager. Na me pese that's what the question is say. So be a bisa question me the bisa na enfam fra na fi me fan say wa ware. E ma de na ye bi next week say e me ma de na ekwe bia na ya maso bi. Na say unu kruti ho ana no boyfriend na unu ni date. Ana be me bia bo abrabo. Ye mfa nyina ware so de bi ejina. Na wo de ye me fan say di na wo choose ana say wa kro timu say de a wo peni. Emotional need no. Enso nya na wo kunu no ana wo patra no oye ma wo a e kwan be na be fa so a wo beti be ma wo patra no ehu ana so be ma na ye na wate wase because be oye bibi e wrong ba wo so what to say wunim de ope nya se bia be ma ma uske wrong ana say de ya kekari nyina eye e wo mo ye but de wo pepe ni wo patra no so nya ne no oye wo ye bibi foforo ye good e kwan be fa so a wo be ma na hu nia wakoma no ehwehwa nkasa senko eseso ye ma
Auntie, a very good question pa na eno no so ne say who said time bia na your statement bia ye ka say ye de nam eneyi nam enti no onya wo de ma wo a hwehwemu a na identify ne hunu ono ne de ye beka mema ne de no next week na obete ase mo so wuhu ono ne de na ene ye fe popu ano by heart family man style bi eventually o de me man style bi na ono susu benya akoma se mesu mi pese me ye bibi ma wo. Have you ever realized say so your ba crampo na say be me bi timi ma wo feel say ya wa akra wo timi de wo ho ko say tino mi right ede na pese me ye ma wo. Just because or no one hit the right note, no, right? Just because or no one hit the right emotional need, no. Guess what you do? Once a one cause I don't hook into no I say Timina demo like a dear pan I will pay. It me be busa and a dear bay pan I will pay. Right? Do you know why? Because once you meet someone's emotional need, they feel guilty, they feel like I also need to serve you. The only reason why I am per se be serve ye hone ne say who say me onya me dia ma me adinti na say me force ye ne dia ma.
Let's manager.
Auntie.
Answer now de mama no. Ne nyina ye de hwemu ade ne say wona o patra no ho a eye bisa no say odo e de pa na wo pe say ya nka me ye ma ne ba mu oni age me boa yes na na how many people cross with bisa sa question enti se me say me wo yo ba na wo de wo patra no we bibia o mpe de wo pe ne no ya wo bisa ono no say de pa na ope say ya wo ye ma na e be me ni age me ye sure say oba kra wo bisa ukuru sa what big question about pa both what father if na adwene aba ni aba no so say ana me kro bisa me say so bi ko beti me bisa say ana na bisa me sa na wa man explanation kakra so the ntem bisa sa no dia na me no ti hoyi dia na me ye bibia me fi say me bo me homodere pa but dia na nya no kra na dia odo o hwehwe me say me ye nti ka wo ka ne o pese me nya mawo a ebe mo ani age me ho a na nka ma yire me ho aye ese sa warefo bia etimi say ebisa sa question to each other I say dipa no onim ana wona wo kire no na me sure say wutimi nya kokoduro bisa sa question na ebe mo no so ani aba no so wanu be sikra no ana obeche o sa ai odo ka che me free because me yo yire enti free wakuma me ne ka ne wo pe se me nyema ebe mo ani age so ka ebe matimi ayi me ho ayi amawo because ebi kwa ne mebu ame ya wo mpe enso tumi nka de me ma yire me ho ame ye no enye ho na ebia wo hwe anase ni ne hia nti ka ne wo pe na me nyema se metumi aye nko ade a anase me subai mu no ka subai di anka wo pese me di kire wanka be mo wa pe me mo ebe ma waso adwo ebe ma ye nko ko mi hu se bi entokwa kra ni me bi ni nam yemu ewo yemu me so me di boss mo say dia me ye nyina mo ni so wo se meka na meka de me yen nyina mani so me trefia me ya ade sa ye ma no me ya ade sa me pra na me ye aduane ne ade so still wani so e yo se me nko adwuma na se me tifi nte be yo se me nye hwe o se ye de fa so kuntokwa ye timi hu nyansa no e de ko ba ye hu nyansa no mfa nyansa kwan bi mfa so ne ye krum nka se me ya ade me twitwi me pepa me bia pato do e wom se ye se me ma hu de but e bia wo no wo something a o pese me ye ba wo na be ba wo so ani agye me ko pa me sure say ye tibi ne ye krum ne ye yire mu kasa asemu ya me ba no kra de na mo ye tenta kakra ka ye ma ne ntro sa challenge we ma wo mo na nko no be ka de opa wie na no besie na nka wo so de wo de ato aso se de ne ma manager wo ye twetwe obi a wo de a opa o obi a wo de ne de do so me de anya wo de
sa
na be ma no so de wo pe no so enye no ye no e na oba no so me ma de next week manager be me aye ne me ma no pe no so nye no ne ye ni ti de wo ye nyina na se shigu kwa ti ya mu mi say partners no mu afi na mu be date mu afi na mu date akwa aware mu de mu more chance titu omo ware no mu ye single no me sure say so ne be maybe date kwa na mu de say na ma we sha ase a mo struggle kra wa aware no because be brede ama omo struggle aware mu ye enie ma bi a omo ntimi nyinya mani sie ni mu yie nkika nsi so enti obesi ntisi so na nka be ma no so a kire say de one me kasa no eya na me mpe because one me kasa we bi bia wo fi akama wo ya de pa but wonum kasa wo kasa kire me no eya na etene me off kra e ma ne wo ye ni nyina mi hu say wo ye bi so mate say de one me kasa obebu ase de wo kasa enye tem didi o obu onka abo ne kwase a so visa wonye na me ayo dem tifia say me nidi watem da no it's not about him didi anka be man so why explaining actually oba no enya about didi said the okasa me kasa kra mama no nsi asem bia meka bia na wo oba no waso do so egu profo bi bra ware e ba sa mema ye dia ne mema omu chire kra me ye sure say next week me na me nka omu dia mo de beba no matter what it is because on ekwa adwuma this ka be fia ye bibia egu die kra so mo na die nti wo mo pa e baby so ma kra se be ma kra di no mu ya wo se ye kra so mu nya ma nka wo ga di no mu ya omo so wo ye feel
omo so mako 5
enti no oba no wa pe no pa enti mu bi hye sa die we so me man se manager me atwetwe ABC that's a global ni edi very serious pa enu na egu aware enu na e ma aware bebre enye de because obi a nye de ne partner no pe no e ma no bi gidi ese so obi a ye de ne partner pe ma na Emma ntokwa mefie ho na ware no so enguta nti mum ye hye de we nso so we single ha keep it in your mind woni be ma bi esa na so no be bi esa ya hye no so na hwe ne a oye ma no a ma na ni gi ya wo jump mi gidi ye se efiri na iko nyina no encheche manager de bre no ye sa konya we aso Emma ware kura emu bio so utie ni ye na mfa Emma date abekom no nko choose wrong person kura choose wrong because the open no be there uko ware na yede the ono so penye na so be there uko ware na yede the wujira ne ho na wujira the na dwene da ne ho na wo de da me no ba de me mpe oba no do ni papa fi no be bata ho wo so de ya fe
wo so de affection
tira uko fara yede be ma ka so me na me oba o ti sa de oba de onu du nu afi na wo bata mo sa no to me nem na mfo ye ya no jira nche utim se bra no so no so it is any pan mum yelu no
emfa
we say na papa bi church nkrofo be church ma bi church na bi wo mo say if ya da ne ukwada form de me sure say sa le ma we na wo mo di days na to so wo bia won no match a click a efa yes say brother ni ukwada na de da so kwa brother ni ukwada no say ye na nipa de to na so
eye ne ewo umu ne e ka ho asem wa we
nyangu pokra wo boda no wa nkase na ye brother na ukwada o say ade chi na ade say nipa ene bo date nipa ene di days but the wo umu no say ne di obi a ne be hia ne de no en click a ene na ma ne ye den nti say nipa betimi asua each other nia ye hu say o we na me man partner ni be gina o ya ade so betumi aye now say for me about bata me do chuchu obi on pe oba do chuchu demo bebe bo on pe oba aso do chuchu on pesa van chuchu mi sa no piano iri anyway manager
intino odo anti odo me say so wa hanum say ya Idea actually very, very, very important. You see, especially our for any other. Me say the whole time ning na no. I thought say be before fro. This test ya and ye na ye take ye. Me call ye. Me yere obapa. And I'm the man and I'm say abaya since I krate mama na me hwade. No, since I krata no. Hwade ne samsi. A very so I say, but you see, at the end of the day, no, minyanya answers, no, and I'm a me any investigation. Tin me list, butum, me chia, me list na, minim dia me yere pe. Me nya fe na me ko hete corners. No, me ntwampa ho, me hete no correct. Straight to the point. So what you saying? Because ye nyina ye nam honum no ya quiet se car. Ya quiet se car. Ye hia bibia ebe fuel ye na ma ye timi movie. I drive it from one destination to another. Now on se car ye the petrol ne gum no bi di nso akogu mu hwe ebeko. Enko. Inti guess what? I love how Amelia see a highlighted in the dear Wahanum say on say on him say affection 8, Amelia say affection 8. It's so funny how 8 and 9 the obwa. My baby na 8, right? For A no. Imagine say bear man would say, right? This is what's happening. Bear man kotoka A affection is or the guka ni makaneko. No the B gum or the insu gum or the B gum, no the C gum, no the D gum, no the E gum. No the osmin pay menye and menye. Intino, a member be brave or no obeti mi akwata. But oban mi piama no. Tell me be no no. Ba ko efrim. Bada ba ko no susu efrim ne bia na ehia no chen de wuye ni nyina. It's have you ever realized in Nkrofobe Bria or Medjai? Have you realized in Nkrofobe Bria or Medjai or Medjai or Mefro relationship got the next one? Yet till now they don't know what they did. Ani panijai no. Ukobusa be man obeka se na miye ni nyina. Ukobusa oba no so beka se na miye ni nyina. Na mu ye ni nyina dia how did it not work? Ba ko me say point no antiase no all ye other things I know I'm missing the main point. Get it? I know so that question be we need to say yeah
no question
if I told you to say
Achomiana
I
FM Michael
okay
Kwabena FM Kwabena
okay Michael
okay.
Manako
Number say unse ohwe emana na okasa no say na okasa ese ede yebisa amano de omope na adede na say de ema ye ya abema nani age right nti yenso ye mmema no yenso wa say oba bi nye de ye pema ya yenso den na ye beye ama ono so says it like ye be ka kire na so say I don't know.
Vice versa. It's said the name busana a mano. I tell the busa question says so or no or bano and I say manu nyadi or mopa. What should they do? And I'm a kind. So would the kind yet the nipano pemana automatically as of feel guilty says or no society or pemount. It is also ye bema wusu wunya. Menu instead of say uni or bano beba koku, I don't know your way, mammy. And I say, why don't you also do your best to say to yourself, say, let me find out what she wants and do it for her.
Manager meba obebu ho a obeye the open na man nso so ono nye obeye bi ebu o nye ma
enu nti na make say on say wo ka say obeye the open nyina no ye dey
say bia
you need to find enu na make no say nyina no what enu honum na ye mistake no honum we feel like but I'm sending the money but I'm doing this but I'm doing but it could be said this lady that you are talking to, no, right? The biggest hit pa o de emfa ne say be a B o de enye A kra na B conversation. So now who say ba me ma uskara no me aha good who ne so pekasa dodo who kum who shana yemwade ye kan say who tna na kono de so
communication obi wa
communication
communication also uni adaje into
but
money sika na o send this kind of money ni nyina no or person guy na ka o friend kra once be just at least 10 minutes kra na 5 minutes kra nkope and na be ma no susu ni adaje ono susu o kope sika bra o no do office o pesika ampa e man pay ya iti di nyina ye sika pesa iti ba say enije no nipa no onibi.
And Michael, have you realized say people who are in a wealthy relationship, make wealthy, I'm talking about or desikem ni kununu sikabe na woni. Not that same lady now sorry film se mejai. How does that even make sense? Tell me.
Manager Mebo, unse didn't man bisa questions. I've been to a relationship. And a relationship and I'm one one didn't man wants to say one, me show affection, man. And support. That's the family finessing.
Gathering.
Yeah, family winner.
Commitment, no. Yeah.
Financial support rather.
Financial support, no, okay.
Yeah, me man. And I'm here conversation, so man. And I'm saying yeah, honesty ni openness in a man. So upon when na no me ye ni na ma opa kono. Ono so me so dia me pe no. Oye ba wanye ba ko. Ba ko particular no wanye. Ana me sanka chiro pa kono se asemesi. Ma sanka chiro se asemesi. Adie we ya we put me off. Make sure say you stop and then ya adie man. Ipa no still obey ye.
Ye umpe no oye.
Baby no. No one saying but I want to say, obey you, come, just to please you. Like others said, no, Sabium. I don't know, I said, I ain't so bang. And maybe obey us anyway now, mom. So, still,
oh, dear, let's just say, they know why you're stubborn academy. It's everybody say, relationship, breaky. Say breaky, me boy.
Breaky. And you been anything I'm a better or do we?
More good. Anything, what register?
I'm a racer, my man, me buy a muka, me no be crower.
Hey, a barno. It's all about anything or obesity.
Oh, I say what brain.
Yeah,
it's in the recording to one. Make sure say OT.
But a manager can make and say, what's the last week? Can be. Ubu Baha, you know, she will be making sure say Nipada was she no Ushiade.
Oh no, I have been to it for 1 year. Me no, okay.
I'm making sure say another one bread, and yes, the Bian will be able to Baba making sure say and never issue. Let's know Suning and I Google platform so we had 2 Monday and Tuesday. We make sure say Mushia because so any Panawa now Ushia the same problem now. And you make sure say ya bomodane bra ya ni shia de and if you cry Monday ni Tuesday lesson I do 2 group no into that so now over 1 year
oh me remember 13th year
1 month and I was signing for 1 year
me signing for 1 year by so me sign
1 year
there be 1 month by yeah me
e man so ya 1 year ni bi well, because you have 1 month no girl cry no 1 year no 1 month no so why you be do a chino wa why you pa what's my work can meet say one said they now no they now no bo ho modern sa na wo pa kire but no they oje bibi ba ko pe bi eno ande wo be kasa umpe kra no eno ana ya no osa kwa akoye it is a dipa no e good so ni break here e good because when the train you on tie wasem
that's the problem.
It's who jai no so one worry no because worry jai de na hard ben pratri jai de utimi jai etira bebre ko worry na worry na gu no ohun se obey ni suban bi je ya o kan still na o ya bra o mo twempra no
but auntie oda na na mostly no only baby a dey do baby why your baby o se pa one patam ya meku
am to obey dey
obeku Also Moses ane abebele me of course.
Obeku.
Cause nipa no
Me ba cha so no oba be date no ka meku a. It's a threat.
yeah. So my
Meku. Se me ba se why no funso be so ampata me meku.
My mother say me peske be dia man no at least me nyam fan.
Me bisa question. Ah, the only na no so ampata na obeku.
Like now according to no like me pastor be say.
Okay. We a personal issue. First year.
Personal issue. So
Fabra back door. Why?
Aye.
We a personal issue. Me am wa cry the one yan. Why go no be jai? Because oba issue ki on me fa oba dun ku no ku a.
Only hint in American.
Inipa wa ha.
Okay, man.
Is important. The personal issues there. Back door. Why? The number will lead no register or never and I'm quiet so fast. There's our peck a credit man out the family and Venya quiet. Since we are making main if you want to know Fuku. Also, we could do but it depends on the synchronity into the fabric. So, let you know, leader. They advise you kakra. Why? Only problem.
So, ante on say ade no. Ade mada ekum ne sa ne manioma ni na no say you see. E bia na abranti or feel emotional need no. And the oxytocin really worked. So this lady is really attached. Just so play stubborn. But now who say he's ready to now no threat abem. The threat is for the goodness and all that emotional need that you're meeting. The person don't want to miss on person or say I want to eat my cake and have it too.
That's just
oh yeah.
And into the bread when you die when I would jam above
Ujan upside.
One patame dear. Was assured. You can't lose 20. That the date was 50-50. Also, almost you had your home. And then maybe I'm going and I'm in a house in the Kum to say. Our real great our practice that will be movie. What to be at home.
Entino.
Don't go kuna.
Not to say Entino. Pesra so I hadn't say ya. Nam kupon ya duma be here and ma Miss Remo pa.
I said, I'm that the better question see. Once they share the no Aumaiso, Zoom so. Who are not the partner near. Every officer uses a strategy way. In the Quaber, I'm first meeting me printing out the abattoir the so. Now, the Bacross will use to command the boyfriend beer when you need dating and I get free and any crew work on new crew and in here. On the summer, yes, I do know this settle. Near Ma, here. Nipa better than a saka. They say they bear your show. But when you
documents na mudie anti metimi e de atum amount
of exams being the sad na pencil that's so sad kakra we you know.
Ai eno na making say e sheet bi e wo ho no ma e wo ho. Do highlight ya o answer e bi B C now answer we na what tallying together. What tallying together na.
What type of my when I the type of you should have two group.
My type of that e wo ho.
We no kwa alphabet to say na mo amobae no. The Yeshua and until the request Mamunti, well, here be an in. Did the woman be the crow who had a cray good? Most the next week, be able to cover. Dear alphabet to so now while we hear piano. Fakoma Ukru, Fakoma, Fama girlfriend, Fama boyfriend. No one take a money exchange, move your bianfa, the answer each other. Now,
the follow, yeah, man, money, the following week. I feel na ye be pensing mu. So what dey affection a dear na obey amada nipa na ne dey affection no. What kind of triggers and actions be na obe take care ayen ketenkere koko dey but uye nyina no na chemicals aye pe no the love hormones no the air release na build it because anya say why exams no when oh dey ni na o dey twiansa no na uhirihiri eye no a dey to aso ye aduma so Uhuna, the twaso no ye adwuma. Wo ba be ye hu adwuma saa de na wa discover no. Discovering is one thing. Near twaso no eye wo ba be ye hu adwuma. Saa so na wo ye oba, wo ne be ma se ne ante odo sika no. Wo ne be ma no na wo ho. Wo hunu be ma ne de. Enya afi na wo de nam ye me hunu me hunu me man to be emotional need. Ye me hunu me boyfriend emotional need. Ye me na mini o. Enye ehwehwiri. Enye ehwehwiri eye adwuma. Ade na wo hu no. Afi na wo ba be ye hu adwuma. Enti na adwuma na wo be ye no. Enu na be suso ko yesi suso gum kokura na ankre na be dey be ma. Na afi no emotional need no o dropping nkete. Nti Michael ye wo de no nkete. Na wo so wo ye Michael de no nkete. Ta na ekọ na suso gum na mu nyina no. Oxytocin is working in both of you. Na bonde mo e create that connection no. And once that connection is being created no, muye inseparable. I say obi kra separate mu enye yi. Kwabena o pese okasa. Kwabena sorry.
Manager. Manager. Yeah, mpesa me
kasa.
Yeah, manager na kasa. Yembi so mo say then o mo pe no. Obi wo obeko bisaro no obafanya sakwaso sa obedidu sa na aye ne na fe no onu kwa abawuru asi kwa oye yenyi
sese obedidu hu sese metiasie
That baby sale say onu den na ope obeya man first one I feel or fine as a cousin, near what on to pay you back on 1 year side in ma. We sell
good. And Mike Kwabena enuntina eyese nyina no ye boy homodin na ye hyiamu wa ha next week na ye beka mema no so de ho asem because majority of the time na dia mehu ni say Tanya Michael Sikan is very true. Emma be brina free say emma kra no omu de omu hia be ma de o de say mani vivindi mani aduanindi be o be ma de say o de neninda enye no pe ye say ye 5 nti say aduane ne nna nko ade asanko wawie o enye aduane ne nna pe enu nti na be very very important say obe wahanum say because you see relationship this is how it works out of all. The more you take obi emotional need no important no, the more you take it important no, the more no so na nipa no so take you the important. It doesn't go one way pe. Because say we take obi the important, na nipa no so an take you the important. I guess what? You get fed up. You give up.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what? I'm not gonna be in this transaction. As I'm in Kwana, I'm out. That's what's gonna happen. It is almost over for emotional needs serious. It's also funny this serious. And fen ni agro. Because who did the agro then on also do the in the agro. Which or the who did the agro I won't pay Mary.
Manager. And a mania to fire.
Wow.
Because your mission money until odo. A fast away I'm on the buy. Aboa me pa me se na mani nasa se me was away like affection see I'm many ajipa I'm shram.
It's very good. Me patro when be na question e wa hanum say this series we ye be no for sometimes you know me obi an worry ye mema ni die ni wie kra na ade ehia me kese pa ne say ye ba behwe ye be to one day see affection pe ho e dey any affection ye be break it down affection ye be ka affection once ma actions be na obey ye talking about affection ye we be call family dey no so ye we be call financial support dey no so what are some of the actions that obey ya ebema because financial support is not just utiti sikama right Obi on my financial support. I obi on my financial support. Until obi on my financial support. Uni obite. Now ya wadrin say me money who mi sika mu a etimi obi nsunsun sano ejai. Because they don't feel safe.
I say can ya branty be crab because sisi ase no do me pema na no. Eno no just pija say ono no. Ope financial support intelligence say so titu sika mani dia bi kwa na go nware ompel. Ojigidi obeja wa konya sa na e pa chiro. Ye ka sometimes bi ho no mo ani pa no na say no ope no emotional need no ye gifts na and I say gifted that. I'm saying no at the end of this lesson many just
a bit piaba
and no just say nunti no what shall I copy your second now for command on the city open into pisca
there be
that's a would do second there be once in a while be then gift to the great can quite a gift so and then you pass on no say nipa why is serious with you or no neko open baby one more on your just open but on no do go business said then open so case media gifted be me do ma me gift ya financial mem scan me many dia na manager akire wa henti no na what so titis kamano na titis kamano abra wo no kwa ompel on ware obu ana adwi mu no aware enim Shedi pebia one ne yes ani me ya ye kiri say why ready for you the one who is ready for you asem ne ka na nye sabe practice tantan bia obi a bepu obi
we kra no ante ya warefo ade ne ye kiri
ye ka no date mu de ne ye bie wani kakra woni mankitikiti bi hu na emum no awarefo mum e na be ne bebo mo pa unu obi twempra ye de na akwa bie usika so akire no to beba be wia okra no okọ kromfo a cars obewaro enti mesro enye se obi akeke de onani abrese opese ono obewara na waware wo nye platwi bia na afi utare no toa na afi abonti nya tetare no no obepiepia akra ompel so ka say affection ya ye keni ade ni pe gro ti so fan gosi ba bia na wo so tetare mo bia be se da bi ye ka serious relationship asem ye ka marriage asem university and church ni die nsema ya Kenya na empenya mpratwe mu ntie wo enye mpratwe so okodu obi akotwe mpra na akobie wase ama no ye ka die hu asem na ye kyerɛkyerɛ na obi akodi wo ama broke ya tetena ye ka aware ye ka gira aware so na so wani abri so upekura de oni ni date no na yo ba so ye bema na mo future plans out him say ye ko ware na nye bema bi aba wa bra bomu ano usi ano no ano akoda utwemu ato amenedu akoda usika so de aka ho na ese opesika nti mema zubo om so pe manipa umdi be tika ba na nti wo ba bisia wo tiri bum wo se anto odom na e ka mepacho e ba sa yes ade ti manager ya chira na ya chira ho yi
ai ne krepa
in a serious relationship and marriage ya twempra mo adwaman da bi enya adwaman mo ya twempra obi kura fa o number no so pa enye die manu nkudu steady no Neshe sani marry from each other or a good man no any jeno ho to anamona ko ware no Bible si ro do nya je wanya de pa enye do twempra eni twe konkurum ye yasem nyina te se asori dem asem ne mum odon ye ma no na ye ma no ye mo e wo ha ye ye ma awrade na abo nipa nso adwama monka ho mpratwe tantantan ka ho mo bi kudu sika no jawa ye nim ho hwe na yo don ko
aye odo enkoa
Manager me patch
Joyce
question be kakra
Sapa Joyce
yeah ka emotional need but me friend say me a lay person emotional need no then is it infatuation and I say because the way you church mo no the person who the emotional need na infatuation and I say something like I can't nipa like I don't even know how to explain it. But the person who say infatuation and because at the moment the other person massa emotional need no. Now quite say the other person withdraw.
Yes.
It's me person who say infatuation and I say say real and I said
it's real. It's a very real thing. And it is you think about it. Adofo mienu beshia madly in love. Okubuso mo say adentina odo be ma ne saa ode opa ko ba bia ho ko be ma bia ho Or you're in love right now. I didn't know old bear man they are going to mention emotional needs in Kwa because the person is fulfilling it. Or frame, boom, tick. It takes for conversation. Like obi say oye romantic. On menene namahawa osima me feeling. It takes for affection. Right? Obi say just he's just someone that on my me. It takes for financial support, right? So all these are emotional. We become emotionally hungry as we grow in life. Does emotional need also change? And found say be out there affection a bedroom point in a shift. Yes, it changes. It changes. And when you create all this emotional need, sometimes we pick it up from our previous relationship that we are coming from. You find the previous relationship right? Obano. Michael can be. Let me hear be partner so Obano and family. So right now, Michael is very, very thirsty for that emotional need for that next woman that comes. So the moment that next woman comes and fulfill that emotional need, Michael is just gonna fall in love like nobody's business. Why? Because baby, I'm not testy. Baby, I'm and that emotional need needs to come and tell what do more to go so like why are so testy so badly about it until now moving to the next relationship I don't know pay to know onye share baby or connect with that emotional need and nothing now be there may be one in life, right? Something on your baby bet na honum sa os me studying because he really want to give that woman a chance to just meet that thing. Send a bay and cobel lock in wakon and na wakoy and or whatever the case may be. But obaning to me meet that thing. But guess what? Then he jumps. Another woman comes in and meet it. 1 month, 3 months, or some wareno. You're like, you've been with me for 2 years. You didn't marry me. You just met somebody for 2-3 months. Also, wareno. Well, guess what? Click whatever that he was testing for, it just clicked, and he was like, "Yes, he's the one." Not the name Ricardo and Akojina Puppet anymore. Say, "Yes, I do."
Actually, no. I'm not doing
and it is all if you are able to meet that emotional need. See, single woman, if you are able to really identify that man's emotional need, really, yes, your uncrophobia on my, don't get me wrong. Now, Jina, I rotten or deba. Or say, hey, me no, me mama say me babe do me ba say me babe yusu. I'm not saying say if you meet that person, cry, kill yourself for that person and all that. Who identify will be dangerous now on peril for good and all that. Please run for your life. Yeah, mommy, until those dangerous people are still out there, regardless of the issue. But Ushia will be not so no, or you're down, ready to move on, or you're ready to settle down. But person who your mommy be me and someone. Just find that emotional. I promise you, if you're able to find that emotional need and knock on it, that man will surprise you. Or do because and that's the thing, right? I bet you maybe wawari, right? Me worry. And as I'm making the reason why I'm able you're able to relate to it and say a bit told me that. I was with my ex-B. Just not we are always fighting.
Yeah.
Always fighting. And there is just this one thing that she's not meeting for me. I'm just trying to make the thing work. Still now, just like Michael say, repetition, repeat at the end of 3 years, na me nene te hono ma make any move bia. Guess what? Me who me Joyce and this 6 months. Me pese me dwane kra na me ko ware ntentem. Afide I just want to go and get married today. Why? Because when meeting BB that I've been really looking for and she just met it fine. And boom, it's like I said, yeah, Wakari Adams, hey, so worry up where I feel when you be, you're like, I see clear now, me who be now I want that woman. Get me that woman. I want to also parents from over here. Oh, but faka musakra. No afaka. They want to bring you in the house, right? But sometimes, unfortunately, all this beautiful journey now are starting because of a meeting. Now, no, in life, no frustration, no banana stop meeting that need. Then all of a sudden, that woman becomes evil again. But no falling in love, our movie so quick, no. But how comes that the next moment, now the person is an evil person again? Well, that need now no meeting, that meeting, man, they falling in love for that woman. The woman decided, I'm not going to do it anymore. And into this emotional need, Joyce, as we are talking about, extremely important.
Yeah.
Extremely important. If somebody decide not to give it to you, you become miserable. You become just weninje. Into as we are saying, we'll be say, oh, I am more no, and yet because they are not meeting their emotional need or team for the title of it. So we bring our team, they are just in for the title. They are not happy. Sanko ultimate jump Abraham counting and say, where Jahari and Covet jump the next man. Our man the and it is this emotional need to the book now. Tell me this session we read about twice next week. The book now we read here from what's the name? Let me get the name. I just want to get the name right. Woolard, right? Woolard Hurley Jr. No? He said, say, this emotional need, so the Joyce, is some of the cause of infidelity.
Yeah.
Emotional need, no. Oba obema. People who like affection, don't give them the affection. Go. Or baby one more to me swear in life. I would never cheat in my life. Me go for me created that me guy cheater. Well, guess what? The guy now in it is not giving you affection. For a very long time, you've been very thirsty for affection. Starting you cry anything. Now you start work, right? Who start here, Juma Foforo? Oh, hello, Joyce. Oh, yeah. Nani pana ball say, hey, oh dear. Oh yeah, pan good. No ko. No asaba. No abebo. Now you're feeling affection for this person. Because they are meeting that emotional need that your husband that you are in a house don't want to meet.
To give it.
Infidelity starts. Now, I didn't need the decanco. Wow. When I'm close to this man, I feel good. I don't know why. And there are a lot of women who say, I don't know why I feel good. Well, he is meeting something your husband is not meeting. So now, vice versa too. Sana mema so the if or you don't so meeting mema ne the na. Ebia bema de yebe so next week, right? Some of it being, admiration, which under admiration lives respect. Not getting respect from the wife and all that, right? Oh, Drew Ejumemwa, the secretary. Oh, hello, boss. Oh, Pepacho Bibiabo. Super humble, super desudu. Yeah, then that emotional meat is being crashed at home. But when he's at work, it's being met. Okufia is being crashed. Obedumema is being met. Whoever or around, it doesn't matter. You'll be crying. As long as they are meeting that emotional need, all of a sudden, you feel special around that person. But you're in China, feeling special. I don't know what it is. Well, guess what? The wife is crashing the emotional need, but somebody is gladly giving it at work. So I also call Emma lie. So sa minim Emma be bra wakanta me bema dear me for bema. I laugh. I'm just like, yeah, because you are at a safe place and nipe be on to normal emotional need help. Time be breathe me because semen jaya one sha mefa nechi. Because ebi awakushe obi nipa no enioma na oye no wa ohun se cheating ba na akwam to say any mama nko jai no emma bebre no. The reason why they don't fall into cheating is because they quit early.
Yeah.
okwete na say onimbium. But someone kwete earlier, etimi be fanako. No be man for attractive just because they are meeting the emotional need, right? It's the same thing. Obi their financial support now you can want some. All they want. And you say be a new so you be just give me a little gift here, give me a little gift there on you. Where you may be na boss. Be what do be na boss at all. A box of pizza, man. A box of pizza. Hey, man, I could join no rough for no reason. Right? It's all emotional needs that we are fighting with here. If you don't give it and somebody else give it, they are winning over you. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Joyce, me pacha what I say.
Thank you. Well understood.
Yeah. So, me pacha question fufrobia or Aisha, we all good? Next week, you focus on a man and Mr. When man do we are more and we are 10 a.m. for more than Mr. Mo. 10 a.m. for Mema, do you know why? Because if you don't know, Obekwa kototwa papa so sa feel could do busuafo anima. Na me ye bibia ma no. But still no offer mechi. Well, were you doing the right thing for him? Maybe you were doing the cooking, which is the domestic support, right? Or Bema or pet support near there. Maybe one man ye fiade on ultimate. Wow. Why are you? That fiade no emfa meme bi ho. Ti o your buy man into team say a fiade is everything for every man. It's not true. It's not. I can even use myself as an example. If you had the young chime baako kra, I'm telling you, it doesn't. It's but or baby so the attorney team say if you had the your mema nyina lie, and your mema nyina lie. Who the fiade ya to one now the sex to her me to sex anytime any day. My fear no pro and family home. Me dear no. But no, you're not sick. Right? So until all the show, until the mother brings also the actual margins. If you are there,
manager, when you move in a catcher, will be say, crowd made no so no, so it who said Jan never my bema pemia, like Jan minimum no about bema or pemmy. Minimum no about pemmy.
Or pemmy.
And yet, Jan no minimum no never my bema and domi.
Yeah. Because we share bema, Adrian, no any big deal. Obi so one ma da aduane no that domestic support no aduane no ani fiade yo no e any big deal.
Yeah.
Why no na man sex on penny sex no too much or pese I fiade yo no na ofo. Dia no na ye ba behwe emema so e wo mo de wo your ba na wo ko be man life mu you focus on what he want. Ti fiade yo nye ne priority a fatu nchen. Oh yes, wo de wo need keep you feel need but Emma wa yen so wo ye no odo mo no endo enko bebe enko ne tanki ba kokra. Yeah. Enko ne tanki.
Yeah.
So
maybe one of my admiration the biggest thing admiration and one you can say respect. Humble now why are there bema me bo abasu me you say. O baby nkasa ade ni bi da. But sorry biana asami no aduane ma. Asami no aduane ma. Aduane no anye ni big deal and fun.
Yeah, and priority.
And the priority. Or bet me crack at yourself, me qua bonting cram me to be a do how say.
But one day, Monday, Mummy, and you know, maybe no sooner from the memory here home.
American. Intino, you take
it. Memory, the only your friend. Yeah, and you appear at Kuma. Until you are not there, and you are not a big deal. The entire baby woman in big deal. Officer over to
Ante, Adriane Noa. Ante, Opa, Ante Opa, Adriane Noa to Honum.
Any deal.
Never dear to ho, me. Opa crying no Adriane the whole year, men found.
And baby do across all the crowd or pen. Or no appear quite, but no see who now wife friend now looking good. Baby go so no about pekra and yes no cry here no and if pekra say what see you no look no more pibia more part ko be no na yireba so baby also me dem me pay
nti we esa na kuno
be patcho esa mukum member bi sunsun ni nyina de manager na ye break it down.
Ai, until next week, a member test no, yeah, you be who omo ye da afefe de opia na mepe. Ube hunu se mebe ai o dress kama na mepe.
And obeto ama sisi homa no. Na ye ne fe.
Entino so unya be me bi na ne list no ye ebia sex na ye first, second one no ye attractiveness usiesi ohu na aduane da last and my aduane be your priority for that be man no. What titi why ye cost 90 work?
Obeba na why aduane esi ho.
Why beba no why aduane esi ho no so no aka na ato so. Forget it.
Afi wo hwa wa sisi onu kokro onu ntimkra no mpie. On so probe ni pembo no akofa mpra. Ena ma bebre fa side chicken no. On the you of fear ye aduane correct. Say the manager can no. Oye aduane correct. You need to correct.
Or shem kra ni ye.
The channel class obey the men do correct. Into akofa side chicken. Opedo no be pie. Obe sisi no because you know who ye. E ma ware na ye bu nu agu ya so say ya siesie die. Obe nya boyfriend kra won siesie no bi. Say boy do open no so that why no bi na bia so bi ani abra bo manager ye pia ye siesie.
Ante me say topic no ye tears so awan ha ye ebe ko ti o ye Mr. next week.
I love it.
Next week don't miss
next week. It's going to be very, very powerful. Trust me. Ube hunu be man dey no. And this test way, guess what? Me de be man so that if any man comes in your life, you test them, you let them take the test, find out what and do just that. And don't
to my screenshot ni la.
Matipa, me sa pepe.
Na make no. Ye de sa ma ye. Wo say no test na ye no. Eni ti mu a mo refi no. Nti me se be mo ama say dey test na fi ya chirem say Saturday na dey ekohua no. Ye test wo me bi. So test into wa ma just next week don't miss it. Omo be ba ye go chechi mo. Wa ma. Sa pepe. Screenshot to your phone so na e ba se aware fo mu no mum date no obi share. Omo dey study o hu.
Next week ebe shocking ma bebre pa say ebia baby omo fa ebia relationship be okoye cost 90 work. Etino I braha mesra obehwe ni ye pa na be study ni ye because ebia no what one pa hu bebre na unim so that next time no kwa ubehu say ye nyina ye nyepe ni nyina na aduane fa ye ho saa ye nyina na you know if you had the banner nyina and I'm kind of be so hanum say sadie no hey number one salute one ya dia wekuno so no no dey if you had your dia hey fine ekoye right benye if you had you no ye dey so ana wahwe ni na waka ho asem na just say send Michael see stress rend dey ultimate say betimi ehune dey na kubo nshira bunyina odokwa next week me patcho this your first time I oba hanum say ya na opeso toa addition so be full member of the university akwa chire honum ko hu mpanimfo no na ene omo nkasa ne be full member se ne be addition we yesuemu akudi because ye nyina no ye mpese be cost 90 work na me nshira o e yodonkwa